type of ability, you know what I mean, to be the greatest ever. And that's what I'm working for. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to do.
He's done it in every regular season game in his first 2 years. The Heisman Trophy favorite, Michael Vick, leads number 2 Virginia Tech against quarter rival West Virginia. Their meeting last year set off fireworks in Morgantown. What will happen in Blacksburg? We'll find out in 60 seconds.
Mom, Dad, remember how my rent was earning me airline miles?
Yeah, that rewards program?
Scrap it. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Mark. What I want now is merchandise, preferably brand name, and I've been kicking some numbers around. I've already earned the television. That's going upstairs. Give me a hand with this, Dad, please. Dad.
You want brand name merchandise?
Yeah.
What does this look like, a Holiday Inn?
Points, miles, or merchandise. Holiday Inn gives you more, and more is better.
The Exorcist scared your parents. That was then. Lost Souls is now. Open the door. Lost Souls, rated R. Starts Friday.
There's no sense in working in construction unless you're comfortable. Hey, you put these boots on in the morning, and at the end of the day, you're going to feel good enough to do a little something else for yourself.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee.
At Lane Stadium, they're set to face the team that gave them their toughest test last regular season, 4-1 West Virginia. Great atmosphere as we welcome you to the start of the college football weekend. Mike Tirico, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit. West Virginia 4-1. They'll give Virginia Tech a test. But let's talk about the Hokies for a second. If they win out, they probably control their own destiny to get another shot at the national title, and they have Michael Vick. When the last 2 games hasn't been his best, 6 turnovers, all of a sudden some adversity for him.
Well, for the first time in his career, I had a chance yesterday to talk to Michael after practice, and he said, you know what, Kirk, for the first time throughout this year, I allowed the hype to get to me a little bit. He threw an interception against Temple, and from that point on, the rest of the game, he tried to create and make a big play every time he touched the ball, and he went on to have his worst game as a starter here at Virginia Tech. Now, he told me tonight he's going to go back to what he did last year. He's going to go back to allowing those big plays to come naturally, not trying to create those big plays every time he touches that football. It'd be a good test against a good West Virginia defense.
Yeah, but you know he's going to score. You know he's going to score. But now, speaking of scoring, let's take a look at West Virginia's offense. They're led by quarterback Brad Lewis. Now, Brad has had a bad hand. He still has led West Virginia to a 4-1 record. But watch out tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if old West Virginia didn't use a ball control offense, 1st and 10, do it again, and keep old Michael Vick on the sideline. Why? They got a runner, and Avon Colborn, who's as good a football player as there is in the country. He had 133 yards against these guys last year. I would run the ball and throw it deep against Tech and try to beat them.
That is the game plan. Now, Dr. Jerry Punch, normally our 4th man on the crew. Doc is working auto racing. We are privileged to be joined by Michelle Tafoya, who was in Morgantown last year for that very close game, as tough a game as Tech had all regular season, Michelle.
No question about it, Mike. West Virginia gave Tech its toughest battle of the season by a long shot. I mean, consider this. Tech outscored the rest of its opponents by almost 34 points a game. They go to Morgantown, and they barely eke out a win 22-20 with a last-second field goal. Now, I spoke to Frank Beamer, and I asked him if he was using this as a motivational factor. He said last year's close call has nothing to do with this game, but he did acknowledge that West Virginia played much better than he expected, and he anticipates them to be even tougher this year. As for Don Nehlen, he told me his team got a lot of motivational mileage out of that game. His defense in particular believes they shut down Michael Vick last season, actually made him look human. So the Mountaineers might come into this game unintimidated and very, very confident.
They absolutely do, Michelle. We were in Morgantown this week, and they do feel confident about this game. If they ever made a night for football, this is it. There's no wind. It's 53 degrees. The leads say fall. The air says fall, and so do the quality of the teams. Number 2 in the nation, Virginia Tech, won the toss, defers the option to the second half. So West Virginia will get the kick from Carter Worley. Sellout crowd at Lane Stadium. And we're underway on Thursday Night Football. Phil Braxton breaks across the 25. A flag is down as Braxton makes his way to the 28-yard line. Check the early flag. Jack Kramer's a nice man, but we hope we don't hear from him much tonight. He's the referee assigned by the Big East Conference. And the Mountaineers are going to have a long field to go to get started. Well, Brad Lewis will start at quarterback for West Virginia, a junior making his 9th start. Did not practice on Tuesday, practiced very little on Wednesday because of a hand injury. Up front with him, Lee talked about Avon Coburn, back from the ankle injury, Big East leading rusher last year. Wes Howard, a 290-pound fullback. Corey Ivy, a 6'3" game breaker. Antonio Brown has under 4.2 speed. And Sean Burton may be as good as the first-round pick who left here last year, Anthony Beck at tight end. First down run for Cooper Rigo. And check it is Coburn. And he gets a couple of yards. Check those lines up front. West Virginia up front is Bigley.
Big. They got the biggest center in the history of football. 6'6", 320-pound Rick Gilliam. And he's an NFL prospect. He's a good-looking player.
And we'll go again to Virginia Tech defensive front. Beasley and Pugh, the 2 juniors, 94 and 71, solidifying a young, otherwise inexperienced group. After a pickup of 5, it is 2nd and 5. And once again, they'll try last year's Big East leading rusher, and no place to go for Coburn. And defense of Virginia Tech there, led by Ben Taylor, one of the linebackers, along with Jake Housewright and Nick Sorensen. Sorensen, the senior. Taylor's play is coming on the last couple of games. In the secondary.
Be interesting to keep an eye on number 1, Eric Green. He is a freshman. He's very talented, but he's inexperienced. When I talked to West Virginia, Bill Legg, the offensive coordinator, said when they get a chance in one-on-one matchups, they're going to go after the freshman.
They need 5 for the first down. Get right out to the ESPN 1st and 10 line at the 28. Out of the shotgun, it's Lewis. Pass is incomplete. He was looking for Corey Ivy, who wants a flag, but none is coming. And it's a punt for West Virginia, and that has been a problem this year.
Get ready.
They've had blocked punts. They've had snapping problems. They've changed to B.J. Coonfield. He is now the snapper. It's helped the cause, but Virginia Tech's one of the best kick-blocking teams of all time.
Have you ever heard a stadium come alive when the punt return team comes on?
Mark Fasolari is the punter, able to get one away, but you can see by the quality of the kick, he just wanted to get rid of it. Andre Davis will let it bounce, and it will work out just fine for the Mountaineers. Michael Vick will bring Virginia Tech on, starting from their own 24. You know, he is the 8th rated passer in the Big East, but he's the conference's 4th leading rusher. Here's who helps him out. Lee Suggs has only found the end zone 11 times this year, 2nd in the nation in scoring. Ferguson, the fullback, is a little banged up. Davis, the playmaker, maybe the home run ball for him tonight. Browning Wynn is a tight end who mostly blocks, but when he catches the ball, usually makes first downs. Vick will go to the air for Davis right away. Andre made a man miss and picked up about 22 yards.
You're going to see a lot of this tonight if the corners are going to play soft, which is what Richard Bryant does, number 2. He gives him a soft cushion. It's going to give Michael Vick plenty of room to get the ball quickly thrown out to Andre Davis. And Davis has really developed as a receiver. He used to be a guy that would just catch the ball downfield on a straight line. Now he's developed the ability to make a catch and make people miss, as he did there with Richard Bryant.
Great start for Vick and the Hokies. Michael's only completed just over 50% of his passes. Lee Suggs to the 45. 8 first down rushing yards behind that big offensive line that called itself this year the Secret Service because they have to protect the president.
Well, that's right, Mike. Anthony Lambeau, Matt Lair, Josh Redding, Dave Cadella. 4 of those 5 have started now. Starting tonight, their 17th straight football game. Really the strength up front is the experience.
West Virginia's defensive front, technically 3 down linemen, although you'll see them in 4 and 5-man looks at times. Good against the run. They are 16th in the nation. No superstars in that front 3, but solid players. After picking up 8, a toss to Andre Kendrick. Hurdling ahead for the first down. Sean Hackett, the strong safety, was trying to pull it out, but Kendrick ended up getting a few more yards. Let's check out those players in the back. Chris Edmonds is the best pass rusher, Lee, on the linebacking corps.
That number 6, Grant Wiley, is the best freshman linebacker I've seen this year on tape. He can fly, he can intercept the football. Keep your eye on number 6. He's a great prospect.
Check the secondary. King, 11, is a freshman. Bryant, number 2, is playing with an elbow injury. And Hackett, who just tried to make that tackle, spent a day in the hospital this week with a toe infection. Hokies on the move, and Michael's on the run. There goes Mr. Magnificent. Michael Vick to the 14. First and 10, Virginia Tech.
When I talked to Michael yesterday after practice, he had a look in his eye, and sure, he hasn't played as well as he can, but I got to tell you, tonight, being on the scene in the nation, everybody watching, his peers, coaches, college football fans, he's excited to show everybody that he still has what it takes to be the best player in the country.
Virginia Tech has been lethal in the red zone this year. Vick adjusting the play at the line from the 11. Suggs gains about 3 yards. It's Kyle Caden, middle backer, with the stop.
The previous play, Michael was back in the shotgun, and this is what he brings to an offense. Of course, he has the ability to fit in there, but right away, and this is the difference with Michael, right away, that's not a called play. He recognized the seam, took it up the middle, and of course, because of his ability, he has the speed to take it all the way to the end zone.
I disagree with you. That was a lead blocker by number 27, Ferguson, who cut the linebacker down. I think it was a call play. Yeah.
Second and 7, Suggs. Stood up at the 5. 45, Kyle Caden is a junior out of Fremont, Ohio. He is soft-spoken, but there's nothing soft about his play on the football field. 6'3" and 235, a nice stick. He knocks Suggs back.
That'll be a good matchup tonight because you're right, Caden is not afraid to get up there and hit people, and Lee Suggs has developed. We'll talk about him throughout the evening. Not only his speed, but his power. He loves to run between the tackles.
Kyle Caden is such a leader. He's only the 3rd junior ever to be named captain in West Virginia.
Antoine Lake thought he saw movement from the offensive lineman. If it is against West Virginia, it'll be half the distance to the goal. Still shy of that first down.
Outside. Defense. Half the distance to the goal line. Still 3rd down.
3rd and about 1.5 yards for a Virginia Tech offense that is just grinding people with the run. 304 rushing yards per game. That with the points over. Both are 3rd in Division 1A.
This is where Michael's dangerous as an athletic quarterback down inside this area.
Goes straight with the carry, Suggs, and he will be stopped. Looks to be short of the first down. Remember, we told you the Mountaineers are good, 16th in the nation against the run. They're 4th down and a decision for Frank Beamer early.
Well, I think Frank will go for the touchdown. He'll go for the kill.
He can still get a first down, Lee. He can still get a first down with a gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, he'll go for it. He will not kick the field goal.
Be surprised if they wouldn't give Michael the option here. Let him use his ability.
Straight ahead run. Lee Suggs, touchdown, Virginia Tech. Offensive line pays off as they ran it over the left side. Carter Worley on for the extra point. And a very nice starting drive for Virginia Tech. 8 plays, 76 yards.
We're going to watch number 69, Matt Lair, number 59, Anthony Lambeau, lead them through the huddle. You're going to win the football game. You win it up front. This is the worst thing that possibly can happen to West Virginia.
John Burgess started this company in a second-floor bedroom.
9 months later, it looks like a good idea.
Jeannie Gagne and Alan Robinson, AXA Advisors.
With new wealth came new responsibility for John and his employees.
We provided key man insurance and estate planning for him.
Deferred compensation and 401ks for his people.
AXA Advisors helps business owners succeed.
It's not just about making it.
It's about making it last.
AXA Advisors, building futures.
John, you seen that? Oh, you're good. Yeah. You're the best. Yeah. You guys hungry back there?
Is this tuna?
Got it. I wouldn't open that.
Oh, man.
He opened it.
Guys, just get some beer.
Pickle.
I got the ice house. All right. I'll be right back. Don't touch that.
Okay.
Fellas?
Dinner party, Ice House style. Because sometimes all you need is a smooth, never watered down taste of Ice House. Enjoy.
Right now, Michelin, our best-selling Goodyear. Top brands like Pirelli are 10 to 25% off during the fall automotive sale now at Sears Auto Center. Save on passenger, performance, light truck and SUV tires during the fall automotive sale now at Sears. So hurry in. Sears, the good life at a great price, guaranteed.
The E-Class, perhaps the most desirable car in the world.
Love to love you, baby.
Great opening drive. Lee Suggs, touchdown number 12 on the season. He's one shy of the school record. And this is October 12th. 7-0, Virginia Tech on top. Carter Worley. 15th touchback in 40 kickoffs this year. It's a pretty good percentage. To the sidelines, and here's Michelle Tafoya.
Well, guys, notice that Brad Lewis is wearing a receiver's glove on that injured right hand. He hit the hand on a helmet earlier in the season and has hit it again and again. Now, doctors say trauma to the hand has caused the blood vessels to spasm, inhibiting circulation. Don Nehlen looked at him earlier tonight, asked him how he felt. He told me this cold air here isn't going to help things. He'll see how long Lewis can last. But his backup, Scott McBride, will definitely play tonight, guys.
Boy, Dr. Jerry Punch better come back fast.
Oh,
she was good, wasn't she?
Trauma, blood
No,
vessels?
but I like that one. She killed him down there.
There is McBride, the freshman, who Michelle told us will play, but for now it is Lewis, who quarterbacked against the Hokies last year. Looking for his fullback, Wes Howard. And incomplete. A great rush off the end by Lamar Cobb, the sophomore. This is before the game. Don Nehlen is kind of having Lewis, make sure you can feel my hand. Squeeze my hand and tell me you can feel it. He may be doing it out on the field in warm-ups, but the coach wanted to know with his own hand if Lewis could feel, because those middle fingers were bothering him as the week went on.
If I was a quarterback, I think my right hand, being a right-handed quarterback, would be the worst injury to have.
Anything but that hand.
Anything but that hand.
Here's go 3 receivers for 2nd and 10. Attempted a play fake, worked out. Sean Terry, 8 yards and a late hit flag. Going to give West Virginia a first down. The junior from Florida with the grab.
Lee, you mentioned after Virginia Tech scored, the worst thing that could happen to West Virginia. If you go back and you look how they played last week offensively, they did not score a point in their first 11 possessions, and that was against Idaho. They had a total of 71 yards in the first half. And now they're on the road against the second-ranked team in the country. You're right. Worst thing that could have happened is being scored on. They've got to turn it around and try to get some points on the board this drive.
Good football teams answer, especially on the road. This is a key drive for West Virginia early in the game.
Roniel Whitaker's late hit flag moves the Mountaineers to their own 43, and Van Hander, Lewis is throwing. Two receivers in the zone. It was intended, I believe, for Antonio Brown, who was coming across the top of the screen. He's a speedster under a 4.2 40.
He's from Miami, Florida, and he can fly 4.2. The thing I like about Antonio Brown is the fact he's got that extra burst, Kirk. We saw it in the tapes yesterday. He goes extra speed.
He's got great speed, great acceleration. When he gets downfield, he knows how to find that ball and go up and get it. It's been a little bit inconsistent as far as his hands. That's the one area they'd like to see him develop and become a little bit more confident in.
The starting receivers are out right now. A.J. Nastasi and Sean Terry are in, along with a couple of tight ends, and the run for a couple of yards to the 45-yard line. Not much for Avon Coburn. Jake Housewright, the inside backer from Gate City here in Virginia.
I like the first call on 1st and 10 with the deep pass. The reason why I liked it, if nothing else, it gets those defensive backs from Virginia Tech deep so they can come underneath them a little bit. There's nothing worse than not throwing the ball deep early in the game to try to loosen up the secondary.
Especially against this secondary, this style of defense where they love pressure.
This is becoming such a tough place to play. Listen to it. Every third down, every punch situation. Hokies coming off the corner a little bit. Lewis hangs in there and throws it high and incomplete. Their pressure may not sack you every time, but it forces you to hurry the throw, and Lewis was high and incomplete, setting up a punting situation.
Housewright, number 41, comes. Now, remember, the reason why Housewright is open is because Corey Bird had to be blocked by the one remaining back. That was a nice defensive blitz scheme. Perfect against West Virginia.
Fazzolari, 53-yarder. Looks like the Hokies have a stronger intention to come after this one. He is getting rid of it as quick as possible. Andre Davis has taken 2 back for touchdown already this year. He's at the 25. He has blockers. He has the angle. And he's finally pushed out of bounds at the 48. Fans wanted a flag on David Carter, who made the hit. One step into the white. But still, a very good return for Virginia Tech. Just a net of 2 yards after the 39-yard return of Andre Davis. The receiver will have a chance to put more points on the board for Michael Vick and the Hokie offense.
You can't live without water. Can you live without art? The Bold Book of Kohler.
Right now, Michelin, our best-selling Goodyear. Top brands like Pirelli are 10 to 25% off during the fall automotive sale now at Sears. The good life at a great price, guaranteed.
It all comes down to this ball, the 14-yard line. No timeouts left.
Tostitos? The exhilarating taste of new spicy quesadilla Tostitos chips.
Fight and march down the field, smile up the touchdown.
It's fun for everyone. Dig in, kick back, Tostitos.
Bama looks for a much-needed win against the 1-2 punch of Ole Miss's Deuce McAllister and Romaro Miller.
Ole Miss versus Alabama at 7, Saturday on ESPN.
ESPN's presentation of Thursday night primetime college football is brought to you by Tostitos. Dig in, kick back, stay all season. And by Gateway. In Gateway country, people rule.
drive was culminated like so many West Virginia drives have been this year. Lee Suggs touchdown run. He has a dozen. Virginia Tech, I should say. He has a dozen here in the early part of the season. The 5-0 Hokies on top 7-0, and they start in West Virginia territory and out of the shotgun. All the time in the world, Michael unloads. He wants Emmett Johnson. Incomplete. They tested the freshman, Brian King, who was there, but so was the pass.
This is great recognition. The safety started to cheat up in here and started to come in towards the middle, the inside on the backs and on the tight end. Michael does a good job of sitting in the pocket and then seeing one-on-one coverage. This is exactly what Virginia Tech wants. Anytime they can get either Johnson on the outside or number 88, Andre Davis, they're going to try to take advantage of that, especially with a freshman corner.
Fans saw the replay on the video board, thought he had possession, but that was the correct call. As Vic changed the play, the right tackle couldn't hold his water, and a flag comes down.
Prior to the start, false start against the offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Dave Cadello, one of those senior offensive linemen, moving. This Hokie team, one of 7 undefeated. The top 5, then Oklahoma, which will have a chance to join that group if they beat Kansas State, and LaDainian Tomlinson-led Texas Christian. Just 7 unbeatens at the halfway point of the 2000 season. First and 15, Andre Kendrick bouncing off tacklers, trying to get the penalty yardage back. David Carter, senior from Philadelphia, made the play. Kendrick has 47 carries on the season. He backs up Lee Suggs. Andre is a senior. Wasn't sure if he was going to be back for a senior season for academics as he missed spring ball, worked hard to become eligible again, and is back with the team. Remember Chiron Stitt, their great runner from last year, ill-advised early move to the NFL, thus opened up the tailback spot for Suggs and Kendrick. 3rd and 9. Vic's getting time. Nearly intercepted. Browning Wynn, the tight end, had his hands on it, but was dislodged from the ball by that man again, Kyle Caden, the middle backer.
Yesterday we talked with Ricky Bustle. He said one of the things that sometimes affects Michael's completion percentage is because he throws the football so hard, you got to put it between the 2 numbers, or a lot of these guys sometimes can't hold on to it. And there was another example of that ball could have been caught.
Wynn did not reach out with his hands and let it pop off his shoulder pads.
Peasley's had punting problems for Virginia Tech. It is fair punt by Antonio Brown, who has had punt catching problems for West Virginia. Sounds like I'm piling on, but we're just reporting the facts of the first 5 games of the season, men. Lee and Kurt will join Chris in Manhattan, Kansas, the Little Apple for College Game Day presented by Discover Card. Then at noon, sit back and watch a 4-hour pass-a-thon. Purdue and Northwestern. How great is that going to be at Evanston? And then the primetime game from the Southeastern Conference. The Ole Miss Rebels taking on Alabama or an ESPN2 lineup. Minnesota might test Ohio State. Maryland, Clemson, UNLV, Colorado State out of the Mountain West. 5 games on ESPN and ESPN2 on Saturday. First down, 1-yard run for Avon Coburn. Housewright has been active early.
Housewright is 6'3", 237 from Gate City, Virginia. The thing I like about him, Kirk, is he always comes from the inside out. He doesn't let him cut back on it. Boy, he's a good-looking linebacker.
He's had some injuries throughout his career, but he's been able to stay injury-free this season, and he does. He's very instinctive, loves to make big plays against the run. West Virginia's got to do a better job on 1st and 10. They continue to be in 2nd and 3rd and long.
2nd and 9. Play pass. Lewis taking off. He'll get the first down to the 27. 11-yard pickup.
Boy, you got to give Brad Lewis a lot of credit here. When he looked to his left, Kirk and Mike, he saw that it was perfectly covered, but watch the good scramble here. He takes off, and comes on. Now, this is what I like most about him. He has the presence of mind to know where the 1st and 10 is and get out of bounds and don't let those big guys hit you.
I love how his tight end, 81, Sean Burton, came in for a kill shot there, trying to take care of his quarterback.
But also the important thing is knowing where the 1st down was and getting it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's very important.
Much needed 1st down for the Mountaineers. 3 receivers in the game. Time and down the middle for Terry, incomplete. Well, Virginia Tech tested the freshman on the last drive, and here West Virginia tests freshman Eric Green, who answers the call and then some.
West Virginia's going to do this when they get one-on-one matchup on the outside with Eric Green. He's a freshman. Keep in mind, he already has 3 interceptions. Bud Foster says he has great technique, great hips, great everything. He's just inexperienced. You can see there, he was turned around by Sean Terry's move to the inside. That's inexperience.
We talked about it in a pregame show. I think that's the way to beat Virginia Tech. Go over the top and take a shot at it.
You have to.
It's inexperience, but it's great athleticism to come back and make the recovery play. Coburn runs. Avon is tackled by Ben Taylor. Kirk, I remember when we saw Virginia Tech game 2 of the season at East Carolina, one thing that you were watching closely was their linebacking core and how athletic could they be at the linebacking spot, and that might determine how good this defense would get as time went on. They're playing pretty well so far tonight.
They are. They're playing very well, and I think they've gained a lot of confidence since the game we saw them. Bud Foster said that last week against Temple, it was the best game this young defense has played as a unit for 4 quarters.
Needing to get past the 37-yard line. Here come the Hokies. Lewis just got rid of it. Phil Braxton could not react. There's a marker down back in the defensive secondary. Perhaps the play did not get off in time. Delay a game. There's no way you can hear anything in this stadium.
Not a chance. That's the case, yep. Works out actually for West Virginia. Get another shot?
Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. Not so fast, my friend.
Players and staff, we had delay of game. There is no play. Reset the clock. 6:08.
You're right. Virginia Tech's one of those defenses that can score. You know, it's, whether it's a blitzing linebacker who can jar the ball loose from the quarterback or they get an interception.
You made an excellent point before that it looks like to me 1st and 10 is the best down to make yardage against Virginia Tech, because if you get them in 3rd and long, they come after you. They're coming after you.
West Virginia's offense tonight, guys, 12 plays, 31 yards. We need 13 of them here. Intended for Corey Ivy. Wanted to go to him early, but Roniel Whitaker was with him step for step.
We just talked about it, sweetheart, and here they come. I mean, they got everybody coming. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll guarantee you one thing. If they don't intercept the ball, they're going to scare the quarterback to death. Brad Lewis had no chance.
We're seeing it all over the country where defensive coordinators like to make that offensive line think. They don't know where all that pressure is going to come from until the snap of the ball.
Same thing on the punt. They're coming for the quarter. They got it again! This team is incredible! It is scooped and out of bounds. It's out of bounds at the 3. No touchdown after Lee Suggs blocked the punt. Suggs got the block. Anthony Thibodeau, I believe, picked it up. Thibodeau or Wayne Ward? Let's check it out.
Suggs is going to come right through the middle, come up, and that's the thing. Look at all the starters on offense and defense that are up there trying to block punts. They put their best athletes on the team up at the line of scrimmage to get in there and fight and get through to block these punts. This time the starting tailback, Lee Suggs, blocks that punt.
And the coach of the special teams on punt block is
Beamer Ball.
Frank Beamer. That's right. Head coach.
6th block kick in as many games. They lead the nation. But you were talking about where their defensive pressure comes from. It didn't look like their punt pressure was going to come from there. Then they started moving people out. And look what happened when all was said and done. They came right after it and got the block from Suggs. There's a delay because the referee was knocked down and out of bounds on the play. And they're looking at the referee on the sideline right now. Frank Beamer's team again adding to that block kick number.
You know, we talked yesterday with Coach Beamer about block punts, and everybody knows about it. Everybody has time now. You build up enough reputation. People know that you're going to block punts. How do you do it every single week? And he said they come up with ways, typically against a team that's going to punt, half the line will block zone, the other half will block man-to-man. He said they scout that, they study it, they find out the side that's the man-to-man, and they come that way, and they bring too many to that side. And that's what they did again there.
First and goal from the 5. Nothing there for Lee Suggs. Perhaps he lost a yard. West Virginia defense is in very, unfortunately for them, familiar territory. There have been so many punt game mistakes. They've been in short change and sudden change situations with a short field all month of September.
One thing I noticed there, the West Virginia defensive line all slanted to the inside. That would leave them vulnerable to some kind of an option or outside. Good night, sweetheart, if they go to the outside.
Option or a pass to the tight end here on 2nd and goal. Michael keeps it. Vick outrunning him to the corner. He lost the ball before the end zone. That should be a touchback. And it is. That's a touchback. The ball came out before he crossed the plane. He was trying to go for that spectacular leap as he scored last year against James Madison, earlier this year against Temple. That's a good call. West Virginia ball.
Explain to me, Mike, why this isn't a bad call. Why? Was the ball across?
No.
Okay. Good. People need to know that. If the ball had crossed the goal line and then he'd have fumbled it, it would have been a touchdown.
It would have been a touchdown, right. As soon as he crossed the goal line.
Yes, but the point was, that was just before. Sure. And it looked like it was almost over.
Fumble mistakes and caring for the ball has been a criticism of Michael Vick the last 2 weeks. It burns the Hokies there.
Hey, North Georgia, this one's for you. You've made Bill Hurd Chevy at Town Center #1. Now, Bill Hurd's #1 customer closeout opens even more doors. Special shipments of Tahoes, Suburbans, full-size trucks, all the 2000 Chevys and olds. Up to $2,500 cash back, financing as low as 3.9. Find what you want with the payment you need from the people you know. The #1 customer closeout in North Georgia. Bill Hurd Chevy Olds at Town Center on Barrett Parkway between 75 and US 41. World class and real close.
Bill, where does all the money go? Does your paycheck run out before the month does? The Cash Store can help you. At the Cash Store, you can get the money you need and get it fast. With our 30-day no-interest title pawn or our convenient cash till payday, get the money you need when you need it. The Cash Store also offers prepaid phone service. 2 locations in Rome, Shorter Avenue and North Broad Street. Let the Cash Store help you today.
ESPN's 2-Minute Drill, the ultimate sports quiz show. Mondays and Thursdays at 7.
All right, you want to keep your eye right there on Michael Vick as he goes this way. Michael Vick or not, this is not fundamentally sound. You're not supposed to carry the ball in your left hand close to the opponents when you're going down there. He should have it in his right hand and protect the football. That's why the ball comes out. The reason why he fumbles that ball is because he has it in the wrong hand, Kurt. I don't care if it's Michael Vick or not. Watch. That's why you hit the ball in the other hand and protect it with your body.
And that angle comes from the back of the end zone. It is very clear on all angles. Ball was out before he crossed the goal line. So on the touchback, West Virginia ball. And Lewis to Antonio Brown. 4 yards to the 24. That's the rover, Corey Bird, on coverage. To the sideline, Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Mike, a very happy and relaxed Hokie defense right now. The sense on the bench is one of confident satisfaction The Hokies beginning this sequence without veterans David Pugh and Chad Beasley, just giving them some rest at the moment and letting the freshmen get some more experience. Back upstairs.
Kevin Lewis, number 70, a freshman. Dan Wilkinson, 54, from West Palm Beach. Junior in his first season as a second teamer. Young but talented up front. Second and 6, and a run. Cooper Rigo's first carry, just for a couple of yards. Ben Taylor with the hit. Rigo has done a very nice job in the West Virginia backfield for Avon Coburn. Coburn out because of the ankle injuries. Has really played only one full game, so Cooper's been asked to do a lot. And the Notre Dame transfers come up with a couple of 100-yard efforts against Maryland and then again against Miami. Nothing wrong with Avon from what it looks like. Rigo gets this series, and now it's 3rd and 4. If you don't make it, you have to punt again. Some time to throw for Corey Ivy. Intercepted by Roniel Whitaker. Whitaker has a lot of room on the near side. Whitaker got past the tacklers at the 45. Spins to the 40. And a late hit flag adds 15. Virginia Tech ball right where West Virginia just snapped it. INT number 3 on the year for number 2.
Good ball. Personal foul. Against the passing team. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Again, West Virginia going after the freshman, Eric Green. I want you to watch number 2 come back and help out his partner. One-on-one coverage at the top of the screen, and Ivy's a great, great receiver. Watch how Whitaker comes over, and after the freshman, Green makes the play. Whitaker's there to come up with a big interception for Virginia Tech. How about the return?
Oh, another thing about that return, notice how he went to the nearest sideline. That's one of the things you teach all defensive backs. As soon as you intercept the football, go to the nearest sideline, because that's running away from all the offensive team.
Freshman Green helping the pass breakup. Last 3 drives have started in great field position for Michael Vick and company. Lee Suggs with an opening. Lee Suggs, great balance to the 12. They'll mark him down at the 11 now. 14 yards.
Wonderful blocking on the left side by Anthony Lambeau, Matt Lear, 59 and 69. Good blocking, and they keep up to the block, but this is what I like, Kirk. Watch him drop his shoulder. Pow! Woo!
Lee Suggs is probably as much as any running back in the country. And when he squares his shoulders, forget about it. He is tough to bring down.
Can't keep giving Vick and the Hokies this kind of field position. Holding flag thrown by the umpire.
Suggs said for the first time all year that he's a little bit banged up. You know, Temple wore him out. He said, that was the hardest I was hit all season long.
We have heard from 5 different coaching staffs this September and October.
I'm on the Temple bandwagon.
That Temple has improved.
And they only have 3 seniors. Temple's the team. Everybody remember Temple for 2001. That's the team next year. The Owls and Bobby Wallace.
Temple currently 3-3 in 2000.
And they got Rutgers, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. 4-3.
That's right. There you go.
It's 1st and 20.
Break up the Owls, baby.
Virginia Tech can get a first down just right before the goal line. Option with Suggs. 8 yards. And that fullback, Jared Ferguson, getting out there, taking Mountaineer players and putting them on the floor. That helps you running back.
Ferguson's getting a good block on the outside right here. You'll see him coming along the line right now. 27 gets a good block right in the corner. Boom. But I also want to talk about Corey McIntyre, number 34, 6'2", 245. He came from the inside and made that play. Hey, he saved a touchdown. Nice play by Corey McIntyre, number 34.
Play blown dead by the referee. before 2nd and 11.
We've talked a lot about Michael Vick and the Hokie offense. I can tell you what, West Virginia's defense, it seems like the entire first quarter, the ball has been inside the 20-yard line. And right now, they're only 7 points up on the board. West Virginia's defense has been backed up, and they're playing well.
And Virginia Tech, offensively in the red zone, they've been in there before tonight's game 18 times. They've scored 17 times, and 16 of those 17 touchdowns. That's an unbelievable red zone percentage.
Till tonight.
If Florida State had that kind of stat,
forget about it.
I know. Can't forget about it. They'd still be fighting for the national championship with the red zone offense.
Still got Clemson in Florida.
I think what makes this team so great in the red zone is Michael Vick's ability to run. I mean, he adds an extra dimension.
I think that's true, and I think the play calling by Ricky Bussell, they go wide with the option, but then they run the power game with Lee Suggs up the middle.
153.
You talk to any defensive coordinator, and they will tell you how difficult a package it is to deal with when you have speed to the perimeter, and then you also have to respect coming up the middle with zone blocking and the power game.
Don Nehlen talked about the short week this week. Both teams played on Saturday, and he said, we could also have a month to prepare for Michael Vick and not feel like we're ready. Because you can see what he does on film, but not know what's coming next. He's got a blitz coming now. He made David Carter miss and threw incomplete for Andre Davis. Now, the guys in the white shirts and the yellow pants with the blue hats are athletic on defense, they're tough and physical on defense, and there's a reason why they kept Virginia Tech to its lowest point total of 1999. This defense has always been the typical hard-nosed, athletic, mean West Virginia defense.
And we visited with them Tuesday. They're not intimidated. No. They're not afraid of Virginia Tech and Michael Vick. Now, they might get beat because Virginia Tech's better, but it's not because they're intimidated.
David Carter. I wear number 7. You wear number 7. I was staring right down your 7. And how in the world did you get away from me? Watch this.
Well, first, it's the strength in the legs to get away from McIntyre, and then the shake. The shake's illegal.
You remember in the championship game?
What's his speed?
I'm going to show you something. See this right here? He did this to Tommy Coley, the Florida State linebacker, and ripped up his knee.
They're going for it here on 4th down. Can get a first down just inside the half-yard line. And on the run, Suggs is stopped. It's where the ball was when his knee hit the ground. This is an impossible spot. They have spotted it dangerously close to the first down. This will be a very, very tight measurement. Frank Beamer's checking out the big video board.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is the score?
7-0 Virginia Tech.
Did you ever believe it watching this game? It's only 7-0 Virginia Tech?
That's what I said.
It's a huge measurement here. Gigantic measurement, boys. Short.
Look at this.
Didn't make it.
Look at this defense.
Didn't make it.
That's what I said. Ball has been inside their 10-yard line the entire first quarter. 7-zip. Now, if they can do anything on the offense, then all they got to do is go 99.5 here.
That's a pretty good spot, guys. Where the ball was when his knee was down is a tough spot. I think he made a pretty good spot looking at it on the replay. Wow.
We just talked about how the ball's been inside the 20-yard line. They've had 10 plays, Virginia Tech, inside West Virginia's 20-yard line. 10 times, 7 points. Now just look out for the safety.
which is not bad. Right. Better than the 7. Right. Or better than having the punted.
Coach Spurrier showed us that in the Florida-Mississippi State game. Boys will just take it out the backfield. Longest field possible for Lewis and the Mountaineers to go. And why not? You got the whole field and some speed, so throw it down the middle for Antonio Brown. First down at the 26. Love when teams do that on first down, because if you have speed, you never have a situation where there's more field to defend.
This is a great call. You mentioned it. This is Bill Legg as a coordinator. Sees the cushion. Look how big a cushion that the young freshman Eric Green has to give Antonio Bryant. And The throw there by Brad Lewis, hurt or not hurt, he put that ball right in the money. The only place it could be, because Brown knew he was going to get blown up.
Good catch by Brown by taking it in his body because he knew he was going to get hit. That was a very well played situation by Antonio Brown.
Movement again up front. We've had 7 flags already in this quarter.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, as always, we look forward to halftime when Hidden Video comes your way. We have a guy who threw for 731 yards this week. Zamir Amin. Is it him?
Oh, he plays for Menlo, doesn't he?
Yes, he does, Kirk. Or is Middle Tennessee's Dwan Hicks, who ran for 311? Or a UConn safety who made a play 2 weeks ago, but it's so good it made this week's Hidden Video.
All right.
Good. Chris will show them to you at halftime, or log on to ESPN.com. See the video, and either way you can vote. Right now, West Virginia is voting for some cohesion on the offensive line.
Crowd noise. They got him back here.
Fire to the stop. False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Don Nealon's offensive line has 4 seniors, so they should not be rattled in this situation.
Well, this hurts you. First and 10, you throw a big, big pass to get out of that, being trapped inside your own 5-yard line, and now to have 2 back-to-back procedure calls kills your momentum.
Cooper Rigo. The starting tackles are back in there, and David Pugh led the charge as we bring the first quarter to an end here in Blacksburg. Don Nealon's team was backed up against the wall. 10 plays run inside their 20, only 7 points allowed. Number 2 leads by 7 on Thursday Night Football.
NFL Tonight, Tuesday through Saturday on ESPN2.
I'm not quite sure how to tell you this.
What is it?
You've only got 40 years left to live. Maybe 45, 50 times.
On October 27th.
Want a sec?
Oh, no. Getting Lucky.
We're gonna be millionaires! Woo!
I'm on Broadway. I'm doing a cha-cha-cha.
Is more trouble than it's worth.
I want half the money. 20%.
3 ways. John Travolta.
I've got to stop buying things from Italy.
Lisa Kudrow.
If it wasn't on a boat, I don't want it.
Lucky numbers.
I could really use the money. My church needs a new furnace. That is so refreshing. And I'm going to use the rest to open an adult bookstore.
Rated R. Friday, October 27th in theaters everywhere.
Before icky weather hits, let Gemini take a closer look at your car.
Right now, we'll change your oil, inspect your hoses, top off your antifreeze, analyze your battery condition, and check your brakes. But we won't stop there. We'll rotate your tires, measure your tread depth, and adjust your air pressure. We'll even replace your wiper blades, all for just $44.
Plus, gives you a free jug of blue wiper stuff so you can see where you're going.
Gemini Automotive Care.
We're making drivers smile.
Faster, more reliable, higher quality, more profitable. Nortel Networks is building the new high-performance internet, and it can be whatever you want it to be. So tell us, what do you want the internet to be?
Come together right now over me.
Hey, sports fans, picture yourself wearing this ESPN The Magazine sideline jacket, because it's yours free when you subscribe to ESPN The Magazine. So call now. Get 26 issues, a year's worth, for just $1 an issue. And remember, you'll get this pullover sideline jacket absolutely free. So pick up the phone and call now for ESPN The Magazine and your free sideline jacket. 1-800-556-0606.
Second quarter set to begin here in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech leading 7-0, and they have controlled the game as you've watched it, as the stats show. The difference was the Michael Vick fumble going in. It turned it over and kept Virginia Tech from a second touchdown.
That doesn't include the block punt by Virginia Tech to take the ball inside the 5.
Remember the 2 false start penalties followed by the 1-yard loss. So we begin with 2nd and 21 for Brad Lewis and company. Screen pass to Rigo. And Coburn, check that, pulled down by Chad Beasley. Gain of 1. Here's Michelle with Don Nealon after the first quarter.
Well, Don, unbelievably, it's only 7-0, but you guys haven't been able to move the ball yet. Where does the adjustment need to come?
Well, we're not sustaining any of our blocks, Michelle, and we're caught up in this daggone carnival atmosphere, and our kids can't hear. We got to settle down. We're playing hard. We're just playing stupid. Maybe we'll get a little smarter before long.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
The candor 64-year-old Don Nealon has come to be known for in the state of West Virginia and nationally. Needing to get to the 36 for a first down. Nothing open. Lewis was looking for Avon Coburn, and now Mark Fazzolari will come back on after having his last punt blocked. And when we were down in Greenville, North Carolina, Lee Corso said something after you get a punt block.
What happens after you get a punt block, all the linemen have a tendency to block longer, and they usually run the thing back the next time.
Andre Davis has taken 2 back this year. That is a get-out-of-here quick punt.
Line drives.
Trouble fielding it. Davis not on it. And the Mountaineers have it. At the 32-yard line. The line drive was hard to handle. The Morgantown Maniacs, the students who came down the 250 miles, reason to cheer.
One of the things wrong with here, he didn't try to get it. He tried to pick it up too fast and run with it. Anytime you bobble a kick, your coach tells you to fall on it, forget about it. This is an interesting stat. There's only been 3 snaps in this game in outside the Virginia Tech side of the field. And this is one of the first times they've been over on O-Tech.
Well, on offense, yeah, definitely.
Reserve linebacker Ben Collins came up with the recovery. There's confusion, but plenty of time on the play clock for the leader, Brad Lewis. He's flushed. Does a nice job throwing back to Antonio Brown. ABC Sports college football coverage this weekend includes the game of the Big Ten. Indiana at the Big House to take on 4-2 Michigan. The big one in Manhattan where college game day will be. North Carolina State, North Carolina, or number 12 Oregon against USC. Check your local listings. You can also log on to find out the information. College football Saturday on ABC. That was Lee, not Kirk, in case you're wondering.
That's where we're going.
That's right. Just going to help you out there, traveling. Nice move on 2nd and 5 for Avon Coburn. He'll be right at the first down marker, just a yard shy. Channing Reed made the play for Virginia Tech. 3rd-string defensive lineman, seeing some snaps.
Interesting note here. Kirk, you said before that first down was very important. Notice they got 5 yards, and now they got a chance to get a first down.
They got a chance on 2nd down because it was 2nd and 5. Yeah. It doesn't allow Virginia Tech to be so aggressive. It makes them come back a little bit.
Good point. Around the move, man. The fullback, Wes Hours, first down.
Big guy.
290-pound senior Wes Hours keeps the drive alive, and this game that several times had a complete chance to fall apart for West Virginia, they're back in it and driving now.
It reminds me of a boxing match when one guy's so much better than the other guy, he's about to knock him out, he can't knock him out, the other guy's coming back now. I mean, there's no comparison to these 2 football teams.
Well, it's early in the game. I think the fact that West Virginia kind of weathered the storm and the crowd and all the momentum favoring Virginia Tech, they put themselves, by catching the break, now in a position to, at the very least, try to be able to get some points on the board here.
And they've kept the big act at the carnival on the sidelines. Little fake and then a hand.
Oh, he's got blockers.
Avon Coburn sure does. To the 12. Kevin McAdam, reserve DB, playing because because of injuries in there, but a 9-yard pickup.
This is an old Statue of Liberty play. This is like 600 years. This is going back when your dad and I coached. Right. He fakes it, then he gives to Avon the ball. It was a fake pass, and then he comes around in, and old Tanner Russell, the captain, look at him knock that guy, number 14, Nick Sorensen, down. Nice play by Tanner Russell, 79, the right offensive tackle.
He fired up at the Statue of Liberty. From the 12, second and short. Coburn, first down. First and goal, West Virginia.
I like to see Matt Wilson and Terry Dixon, a left guard and a left tackle. When I talked with Bill Legg this morning, their offense coordinator, he said the left side of the line is more athletic. We'll pull them. We'll do some things with them. We've kind of had to teach them how to be tougher. Whereas the right side, that side where if it's 3rd and 2 or 3, we need that short yard, we'll go behind them. But they're getting behind these big offensive linemen and running the running back, whether it's a screen or a counter. It's very nice.
First and goal, Mountaineers trying to add a time touchdown on Thursday Night Football. Steady dive to the Big East leading rusher at 99. Avon Coburn, touchdown, West Virginia.
Oh, you guys can't believe it. Here's my boy, Wes Hours, 6'1", 700 pounds. Right here, the right. Watch the fullback, number 40. I had dinner with him Tuesday night. He ate 6 dinners. Watch him, boom. Oh, I told him I'd make look good on television. He sure did.
Yeah, you made him look good. 700 pounds, you called him.
That's 700 pounds.
You know what something? He started last year in this game as an offensive lineman against Virginia Tech.
As a guard, now a fullback. John Oliger adds the extra point. 290 pounds.
Look at that man.
Program
Look at him. Let me tell you something. I promise you he had 2 dinners. He had barbecue ribs, he had chicken, he had dessert, and he had all my bread. Look at him. What a player, Wes. Oh, it's all right.
You're about to see something special. The 2001 Buick Century Special Edition. Luxury, quality, the little buzz you get from driving it. The 2001 Century Special Edition is all that, and less. $1,250 less right now. Century has been a Consumer's Digest Best Buy for 4 straight years. Come see something special. Come see your Buick dealer today. Check out the 2001 Century Special Edition or get 0.0% financing on all remaining new 2000 Centuries.
I'd say that the TiVo's been a real godsend for me. I'm in a high-stress profession. When I get home, television's my salvation. TiVo let me create my own TV network, so I can watch what I want when I want to. It's my way to forget about the day.
What do you like to watch?
Mainly cop shows.
Get a coach on this guy. He's going away for a long time.
Right now, Michelin, our best-selling Goodyear. Top brands like Pirelli are 10 to 25% off during the fall automotive sale now at Sears Auto Center. Save on passenger, performance, light truck, and SUV tires during the fall automotive sale now at Sears. So hurry in. Sears, the good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Business is an art, whether you're in a service business or maybe a family business, even a fun-in-the-sun business. You've got to look and breed apart. Now there's a printer that's smart and fast. Xerox inkjet printers. At $149, they're just a smarter breed of inkjet printers. Because sooner or later, everyone's got to take care of business. Now available everywhere.
Well, as Coach mentioned, the blocking of the fullback, Wes Hours, and a lot of runs to the right on that drive, springing Avon Coburn for the touchdown, 7 yards out. And West Virginia fans happy to see Coburn back, tying the game at 7.
What a story, Wes Hours. Comes into Morgantown as a fullback, moves over to defensive line the next year. Then he goes back to, they ask him to play offensive line. He's a starter as an offensive lineman. And then they have an opening at the fullback. They say, big man, can you go from about 310 down to about 290? We'll slide you back as a fullback. And now he's a starting fullback.
Todd James, freshman, with a big leg. Nice hang time on the kickoff. And Andre Kendrick from the 1. quickly. Drive starts shy of the 20 for Michael Vick and the Hokies.
This will really be one of the first times that Virginia Tech's going to have to go over 80 yards to try to put points on the board. They've had their opportunities. They've made some mistakes. Michael Vick here diving for the end zone. As Coach mentioned, the ball in the left hand, he fumbles the ball. And then on the punt return, Andre Davis careless in fielding the punt. Ball's loose. West Virginia recovers it, setting up their first touchdown of the evening to tie this game up.
There are two big stars offensively, Vick and Davis, with mistakes that cost the Hokies opportunities to score and gave the Mountaineers some life. See if they can get it back. Michael throwing to Davis. Took it out to the 24-yard line. Davis, who's had a bad shoulder this week, may have felt the effects of that even more. He's going to come right out.
This will be a good challenge for the Virginia Tech offense, because they've been impatient at times when they've gotten into trouble. Because Michael always, even last week against Temple, I think he held onto the football too many times, looking for the deep ball, and he took 3 sacks. They have to take what the defense gives him. Right now, West Virginia is not giving him a whole lot.
Timeout, Virginia Tech. The receiver change in the game. Davis came out. Ernest Wilford, a redshirt freshman, came in. There was a little confusion, so Vick stops it. We'll step out for a minute.
Oh, yes, a brilliant move. Galway scampering across the goal to stop it. They just couldn't seem to get enough players forward before. He's showing good fluid movement. To the right, left. This is another aggressive charge down the flank. He's timed his run to absolute perfection. 2 defenders
To beat, he's passed one.
Is it looking like a chance as he takes the shot in?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
If you can hit a baseball a mile, you're a slugger. If you can throw it hard, you've got a cannon. If you have speed, you've got wheels. If you catch every fly ball, you're a Gold Glove. And if you can do it all, well, you're the next Willie Mays.
When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
Hey, expect more from an original.
The sleek 200 horsepower Chevy Monte Carlo SS. Green. The side you show the world is up to you.
Bama looks for a much-needed win against a 1-2 punch of Ole Miss's Deuce McAllister and Romaro Miller.
Ole Miss versus Alabama at 7, Saturday on ESPN.
ESPN's presentation of Thursday night primetime college football is brought to you by Buick and your local Buick dealers.
There is a great electricity on this beautiful campus here in Virginia. All about their football team, number 2 in the land. After the timeout, Vick on the option. Good hit by Corey McIntyre after a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd and 2. Kyle Caden, 45, and McIntyre, 34, share time with that middle linebacker spot.
Let's listen to this one. Oh, it's a nice hit.
Now watch his head jar here. He really sticks him helmet to helmet. McIntyre, physical tackler against the run.
Whistle blows dead, the 3rd and 2 try. 3rd and a little bit more now.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Corey McIntyre, that number 34, is from Indiantown, Florida. They have a lot of fine football players at West Virginia from the state of Florida. They go down to get their speed, Mike. Remember, Kirk, we talked to him about the guys. They love those speed guys from the speed state of Florida.
And in McIntyre's case, he's not so much speed, but power. He's 6 foot, 245 pounds. And he's got good quickness in the interior.
Good quickness.
first down on Bob Slokowski, a junior from Pittsburgh, on the 10-yard pickup. Keeps the drive alive for Virginia Tech. And that one there for the critics who say Michael Vick can't sit in the pocket and deliver.
At times, Michael said this year, he hears that so much that sometimes he holds himself back from scrambling because he wants to prove to people that he can sit in the pocket and throw the ball. He's learned up to this point, he says, forget about the critics, I'm just going to play my game.
First and 10, too high for Emmett Johnson, incomplete. We told you West Virginia is not intimidated about playing Virginia Tech or Michael Vick. Sat down with the Mountaineer players Tuesday and said, describe number 7.
Superman. We got to be the kryptonite.
Just like you going out chasing rabbits. Just like a rabbit.
You think that you got him, the next thing you know, he's gone.
There's no guy can't give up, not one guy. Not a defensive back, not a defensive lineman or linebacker. Everybody just have to be going as one.
All you hear is Michael Vick. Yeah, so definitely it's going to take all 11 of us to stop Michael Vick.
You see a perfect example of it right there. They wanted the flag for a tackle by the headgear by Kyle Caden, but none was forthcoming. And the patience and the team effort. Vick got away from a few players, but Caden, the middle linebacker, was waiting right at home.
You know, one of the critics is Michael Vick's talking about the drop-back pass, and this is only natural. It's the National Football League. That's why he's trying to prove that he can throw the ball in the pocket. He wants them to know that he can play in the pros. Forget it. Let him do anything he wants to do. He can play in the pros tomorrow.
When he doesn't think about what he's doing, he's awesome. Just don't think.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 out of the gun. Mountaineers bring some pressure. Vick runs away from it. That knock forward, depending on the spot, may have given him the first down. It will be real close on the mark. Chris Edmonds in there with the hit. He had to get just past the 41 for the first down, and where it is, he may be a couple of links short. First guess.
Oh, good call, Mike. That's because you've been doing that golf so much. You know how the guy hits it up into the green. How many?
His yardage
yeah,
down.
He's got his yardage down. That's what he's done. That's that golf with Curtis Strange that you do so good.
How about this?
Curtis, you mention him every week.
Going for it.
Oh. You know, nobody in this stadium has mentioned to either one of us that your car was hit by lightning here.
Was it here?
I don't know. Hey, are they going to go for it on 4th and 1 at their own 41 here?
They're going, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a safe bet. You take a sneak here with Michael Vick.
Very interesting call here. They do just that. Good luck. You tell me where that ball ended up.
Pretty good spot at the bottom of the screen there.
Umpile them and see where it ends up. I think he just got it.
By the nose?
Yep.
Or it might be less than a nose. It's tight.
The West Virginia fans have seen this go in their favor. They played a game against Maryland. The Terps were coming back, and that ball at the goal line that everybody in the state of Maryland swears was a touchdown was ruled down at the 1-inch line. West Virginia drove 99 yards and won the game.
That's a half an inch.
You got to take a card out and make sure you can get a card between the nose of the
you,
ball.
You have
It's
to.
not a half an inch. I mean, that is. Oh, my God.
See, the referee took the card out of his pocket.
Exactly.
That must fit between the nose of the ball and the marker for it to be West Virginia ball. It couldn't, thus it's first down.
Was that an American Express credit card?
I don't know.
Look at this. Look at the linebackers dive over the top and meet Michael Vick. McIntyre comes in there, right through there, and makes a big hit. Also, I believe it was David Carter coming over the top. It was, that's,
how do you know?
How do you know?
Now watch out. Now watch them go big here. 1st and 10 from their own 41. Halfway through the second quarter. Vick loading up. Incomplete. Miscommunication. Emmett Johnson was running right through the middle of an open spot in the zone. I don't know if Vic expected him to wait there in that spot in the zone.
I don't believe so. That was one that Michael Vick would love to have back.
Pass.
He misfired there. Johnson was streaking right across. He'll come left to right on your TV screen. Watch how open he is here. The safety clears out with the tight end, Browning Wynn, and just all alone. He makes that catch. He picks up 25 or 30 yards. If he breaks one tackle, he's in the end zone.
Vic just 3 of 8 for 39 yards. Toss to Kendrick on 2nd and 10. Look at the athletic play by Chris Edmonds. The right linebacker leaping over players on the ground to get at the ball carrier. He was going to bring some turf from Lane Stadium off the field with him, but he's staying in.
I love the way West Virginia is moving from the inside out. Watch all their linemen. They come down the line of scrimmage, they keep the people off their feet, and now they move to the outside, and it's Chris Edmonds makes the tackle number 41. I like the way their defensive line, Kirk, is staying nice and square.
I love how they're running to the football.
Yeah.
I mean, they are really great pursuit.
Did you see the guys on the sideline? Don't come out with grass in your mouth. Get in there. We need you. It's 3rd and 11. And the Hokies have to take it to the 49 for a first down. Incomplete. Again, was intended for Johnson. 4th down. West Virginia band that came down with reason to cheer. We mentioned Robert Peasley. The punter has had problems for Virginia Tech. They're mostly mental problems right now. He's getting good hang time, getting it away quick, just not going very far. His average is just 33 right now. It almost got blocked, but it went a long way, sending Antonio Brown to the 14. If he can get past these two guys, he'll turn it upfield. They have the angle on him. Still taking it to the 36 is a very nice return. Brad Lewis, we weren't sure if he was going to be the starter an hour before kickoff. An hour after kickoff, he's tied with the number 2 team in the nation and getting the ball in good field position.
Compared to major networks, cable's the best way to reach people with money to burn. For instance, Comedy Central has one of the highest percentage of viewers who earn over $75,000 a year. So if you wanted to sell something like this to someone like him, you might want to advertise here. Of course, if you wanted to sell something to him, you might want to advertise here. And if you wanted to, you get the picture.
Reach your target audience. Advertise on local cable.
Call Comcast Advertising today and experience the difference of cable advertising.
Cyberize, with online tools that make e-buying as leading edge as e-shopping. Helpful tools like online account management, problem-solving tools like a refund guarantee, plus $0 fraud liability, and more. Make your e-buying as leading edge as e-shopping. Go to CapitalOne.com now and apply for your Cyberized Capital One card today. Click on CapitalOne.com now and get Cyberized. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
This week on Sunday NFL Countdown, as their teams get ready for the Battle of the Beltway, Deion Sanders and Shannon Sharpe square off to see who's the best talker on and off the field. Green Bay's off to its worst start since 1992, and Brett Favre has shouldered some of the blame. We'll visit with the leader of the pack. And Troy Aikman speaks candidly about concussions and his future. Join Chris Berman, Tom Jackson, Sterling Sharp, Chris Mortensen, Stuart Scott, and Steve Young Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Tied at 7 here in Blacksburg. Well, Don Nehlen wanted his offense to play smarter. They may not be playing smarter, but they're certainly playing with more enthusiasm. After the Avon Coburn touchdown, the offense came off of the field, and the offensive line coach, Dave McMichael, turned to his line and said, "Great job. We're in good shape now. Keep doing what you're doing." Back upstairs.
Thank you, Michelle. They are in good shape. McMichael and Bill Legg, the offensive coordinator, share the offensive line coaching duties. And that offensive line led that last drive. Nice hiding the ball, and a pass to Lee's guy, Wes Hours. Let him go to midfield, into the 46-yard line. Nathaniel Adibi was trying to knock it out from behind.
Right now, if we were picking a star of the game, old Wes Hours has got to be the star.
Just don't limp, Pixar.
6'1", 290. Watch it. They throw the ball to an offensive guard. He's just at number 40. Nice fake to the right. hits ours, and look at this maneuverability. And he's even holding the ball in the left hand. They try to strip it. Look at it.
I'm telling you, look at it. He is an athlete for his size. 6'1", 290. Now he's not going to run a... They say he runs a 4.8, legitimate 4.8.
Kirk, his left side is 290. Believe me.
You're killing him.
From the Hokie 47.
You won't believe it. Of all the things I just told about him about being player of the game, Old West moves too fast, and they get a penalty. There it is. Take a look at Old West, our #1 guy right there. All right, West, kill him. Nah, it's a little bit before. That's all right.
Wes Hours, senior. He had the highlight of the game-sealing drive that I talked about a moment ago against Maryland with the 39-yard reception. Wes is the parent of an eight-month-old.
Yep.
He's telling us that he enjoys getting up at night for the feedings. Diapers, the full deal. Tough to communicate with this noise. Nice job of execution. Corey Ivy. Their stud receiver. Picks up 10. First catch for Corey Ivy.
Corey Ivy, one of the more consistent receivers in the Big East. Hard worker. He's very quick off the ball. And again, this is just Brad Lewis checking at the line, taking advantage of a soft corner, and getting it to the guy that he knows he can count on every time to be in the right place. Ivy is 6'3", 195 pounds out of Boca Raton, Florida. Very, very effective player.
Corey just set a school record, 34 consecutive games of reception. New Big East record, but Reggie Wayne of Miami has 33. He can stay step for step with Ivy in that record the rest of the season. Cooper Rigo is tied up by Jake Housewright and Nick Sorensen on a 2nd and 6. These linebackers are playing well. Sorensen, who, like Wes Hours, has been on both sides of the ball and a yo-yo during his 4 years in Blacksburg.
Number 28, Lamar Cobb, did an inside from the defensive end. He did an inside move, and he forced the back to make a move, and that's why those linebackers made a good play.
We'll let you listen to the crowd here for 3rd and 8. Crowd wins. Each team, 2 timeouts remaining, 4:46 to go. Don Nealon looking for win 200. A victory over #2 in the nation.
You're an investor. Would a cell phone company push your buttons? Janus dove into their books, questioned their projections, called up their customers, even tracked down the company that sells them their microchips to make sure there were no kinks in their supply line. That's how Janus decides if a stock is a smart call. Don't put your money on hold. Get there. Janus Mutual Funds.
Our flight's delayed.
Oh, come on. Collect.
Joe, hey, kid. Dial 1-800-COLLECT and you'll save Mom at least $1 or $2.
Save $1 or $2?
Oh, she'll love that. Only if she likes saving money. Don't forget.
Forget? For a collect call, dial 1-800-COLLECT.
I have 5 words for you.
You're cute. You're coming with us.
What's going on?
Woohoo! Wow!
Let's ride.
1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
Sit down and listen to your inner voice. My inner voice says honor my inner child.
Mine says love everyone.
My inner voice says I like a Wendy's bacon mushroom melt. David, you need to go deeper. Oh, okay. With Biggie fries and a drink?
Wait, my voice is saying that too.
Oh, mine.
When you're hungry, Wendy's bacon mushroom melt with 3 strips of bacon and mushrooms in a cheddar cheese sauce is like a voice that can't be denied. When you gotta have one, you gotta have one.
Boy, talk about inner peace.
As we mentioned, a picture-perfect night on this glorious campus here in Blacksburg, Virginia, 40 miles southwest of Roanoke. 3rd and 8, needing to get to the 37 for a first down, and out of the shotgun. This screen is going nowhere. Cooper Rigo, that was read by Chad Beasley.
Keep an eye on Chad Beasley right here, and watch how quick he recognizes this. Look at him reading the back from the get-go. That's called knowing your scouting report and knowing the tendencies of an offense. He went there almost before Rigo went out there to catch the ball.
Punt blocker earlier in the game, Lee Suggs. Basilari. Looking at 10 at the line. Field back. Davis still catches the 13. Flag is down as Davis turns the corner. 41-yard line.
And bring this one back. Virginia Tech ran into the punter. I believe this will be 5 yards. Again, Lee Suggs trying 15. To get in there. They're going to go 15.
Personal foul.
Wow. This is... Lee Suggs is going to come right through here. He blocked one earlier. This time, tries to come around. He's kind of thrown into the punter.
And that's why you thought it was... It's still a penalty if you're blocked in. Remember, we had that last year.
Yeah, we had that big discussion about it.
If you're blocked in, sometimes people will feel it should be just running into the kicker. I think your first call was correct.
Yeah,
but we had that discussion.
Yes.
And it's discretion of the referee.
Right. Right.
Which makes
But if you're
nervous.
blocked in, it's not. You're not trying to get to him on purpose.
But it was the discretion of the referee. Remember we had that discussion?
Yes, remember it very well.
And you brought out the rule book and everything. You killed me with the rule book.
He got him with the rule book. That was a couple weeks ago.
No, last year.
He brought the rule book again last
Yeah,
what, 2 weeks ago. What was that about?
Yeah, but he killed me last year with that same play with the rule book.
The rule book's always here. And special teams, which is the hallmark for Virginia Tech, is biting the Hokies here a little bit tonight. Tied at 7, and the Mountaineers get the ball back in great field position again. Avon Coburn. Last time they got the ball because of the special teams, quote, mistake, unquote, Coburn ran it right very successfully for a touchdown. ESPN Sunday Night Football, Randy Moss and the undefeated Minnesota Vikings. How good was that game Monday night against Tampa?
Oh.
They take on the Chicago Bears, 8:30 Eastern Sunday night. NFL Primetime presented by Miller Lite gets you started. And then Monday Night Football, must win for Jacksonville with only 2 wins. Eddie George and Tennessee at 9 Eastern. We'll see you at 7:30 Eastern for Monday Night Countdown on ESPN. You'll see Eddie George, the old Buckeye, playing the drums. The backstage music.
Oh,
it's a little...
Eddie getting it done?
A little hidden promo there.
All right.
Do the best we can here.
Trying to lure me in there.
2nd and 6. Play pass with Coburn. Wide open down the middle. Sean Burton, the sophomore tight end, to the 12-yard line. First down, Mountaineers. 17 yards, and Lewis is hitting his stride, guys.
Well, a lot of it has to do, this play has to do with because West Virginia's success running. They're going to fake the counter coming back. Because of the success of the play, look at the defense go all over there. Look at how much time Lewis has to look downfield and find Burton wide open. He has all day. It's because of the effective running game of West Virginia, especially off the counter play.
Lewis has hit 8 of his last 10 passes after starting 1 for 7. Remember, he missed practice all week because of the hand injury. Not much there as Coburn is stretched out by Nick Sorensen.
It's been surprising that West Virginia's been able to have some success running the football. They bring the man in motion, and once they go to the backside, this is the same action, exact same action that they've had success with. And how often do you see a quarterback against that Virginia Tech defense get to the outside with nobody in his face?
It's a different team, defensively. Drive kept alive by the roughing the kicker penalty. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver. Looking for that 1 receiver, Brown. Instead, it's Hours. Going over people to the 4.
Poor freshman.
You know what?
Eric Green. Oh.
He's so big that they let him go out in the flat because they think they can't throw the ball to a guy that big and that fat. But he catches the football. Look, he is. He catches the ball like an athlete. Wes Hours
He's an athlete.
He's not fat.
He is fat. He weighs
powerful.
He weighs more than 300 pounds. I had dinner with him 2 nights ago.
I heard that.
But I tell you one thing. I love this guy because of his competitiveness. Look at him. Number 40.
He's not fat. Low center of gravity. He's a 4x4.
Look at that stomach.
2 for the first down, 4 for the go-ahead touchdown. touchdown grab. The Mountaineer Maniacs are making a ruckus. John Oliger for the extra point. West Virginia 14, Virginia Tech 7, and Lane Stadium is stunned.
Sean Burton, number 81, is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don Nealon told us that this kid is an NFL prospect, Kirk. He's a tremendous football player because he's got good size, 6'5", 255.
Again, the Virginia Tech defense is on their heels. The play action, the same play action that worked for him earlier. Look how open Burton is, and look how the quarterback, Brad Lewis, has nobody in his face. Tell me that this guy who was expected maybe not to play, how fired up is he right now?
One point we made a little while ago was like two heavyweights. One guy was so much better the first 3 or 4 rounds, knocked him down 7 times, but didn't knock him out. The other guy gets up, and pow. Pretty soon he's got the other guy on the ropes.
I'll tell you what, this guy right here, Brad Lewis, showing a lot of courage tonight. The numbers aren't crazy, the 100 yards throwing, but his leadership, the guts that he's demonstrated here in the first half. The guy didn't take a snap all week, and yet he's going up against one of the better defenses in the country and looking very good.
Every time we talk to a coordinator during the week, what do we hear? Good arm, good mobility, throws the deep ball, I didn't hear one comment about his arm. I had to pass 7 times. All they said was, tough guy, leader, intense. They'll jump off a bridge for him.
Bill Legg, I asked him the exact same question. Here's his quote. I said, what's his strength? He said his strength is toughness. That's what it is. Forget the arm. Forget he makes good decisions, and he's tough. He's a competitor.
He said 2 words to me, blue collar.
Yeah.
Remember? He described him as blue collar.
His whole team is blue collar.
But yeah, this quarterback. How many quarterbacks you find are blue collar?
Nope. And one of the examples of that, he works with the linemen and the linebackers in the weight room. He's in there with those guys.
It's Eastern Ohio kid. Tough kid.
Big bomb taken by the blocking back, who is the fullback, Colin Hawkins, who gets knocked off his pins at the 30. SportsCenter in-game comes up. Reese Davis with a preview. Reese.
And Mike, we'll check in on Game 2 of the National League Championship Series. It appears that the Cardinals might have sent Tone Loke to the mound. Rick Ankiel, a wild thing again. We'll have our halftime blitz along with the hidden videos of big numbers or big hits. We'll see in just under a minute.
All right, Reese, look forward to it. Chris, Rod Gilmore, and Coach Godfrey will be there with you. 2 timeouts for Michael Vick and the Hokies. Here's one quick tackle by David Carter on Andre Davis. Here's Michelle.
Well, Mike, from the time Michael Vick last came off the field to the moment he walked back on, he's been on the sidelines on his headset talking with offensive coordinator Ricky Bussell. Not for a moment did he take off that headset. From time to time, assistant coaches and players on the sideline would walk by Vick, give him a thumbs up or a fist pump, offering whatever visual encouragement possible, Mike.
Good stuff, Michelle. Michael Vick talked with the coaching staff about the 2nd and 7 that's coming up for Virginia Tech.
First and goal for Miami. So Larry Jones, he is at the guard. Touchdown, Miami!
Here's Walker left side. Walker fumbles and scores. West Virginia has done it.
Here's the snap. The kick is away. It is good! Boston College wins!
Last play of the ball game to the tight end, Brominski.
This kick is in the air. It is gone! It is gone! One of the greatest wins ever!
Let that celebration begin.
You can feel it right away. There are signs of it everywhere you look. It's something that seems to come naturally once you become a Mountaineer. This is West Virginia University, and there is a spirit here like nowhere else. A camaraderie, a shared sense of purpose. It's the feeling that together we can achieve our best.
Virginia Tech facing a 2nd down as we come back with 43 seconds left in Blacksburg. The number 2 team in the land at 5-0, taking on the 4-1 Mountaineers, but for both teams, a very familiar game. Who's supposed to win doesn't matter as much as it might otherwise. Vick trying to run for the first down. Gets there and gets out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Are you guys surprised at what we're seeing here?
Very surprised, especially the way the game started. Virginia Tech took their first possession and went the length of the field about 74 yards for a touchdown. And since then, they haven't been able to do anything on offense. Got to give a lot of credit to West Virginia for kind of weathering the storm and coming back and getting a few breaks and taking advantage of them.
When we talked to the West Virginia players Tuesday, I had a sense that they were not going to be intimidated. And that is exactly the way they're playing now.
First and 10. One timeout left for Michael Vick. And brought down. Grant Wiley, the freshman, with a heavy hit on Vick, who went down in a heap and slowly gets up. First West Virginia sack.
West Virginia feeling pretty good right now on defense, and this young man right here is eventually going to be a superstar for this defense. He already is as a freshman. Grant Wiley able to slip through a crack there. He gets a lot of pressure. That's his third sack of the year.
Clock didn't stop. Vick was slow to get up, and Virginia Tech is just going to get out of here before halftime. West Virginia goes out with some momentum and the lead, and they should feel good defensively because for the first time this year, Virginia Tech played a quarter and didn't score.
The catch is hard to catch because the rabbit can turn on a dime and he can cut on a dime. He's just so elusive, and we just as a team, we just have to like put a net around him, just squeeze it in, just like if we're catching fish out in the water. We just have to get that net around him, just squeeze it in.
The game plan has worked thus far for West Virginia. They've held Michael Vick and company to 149 yards. It's a team that averages 449 per game. So the Mountaineers were able to take advantage of Virginia Tech's mistakes, keep the ball, score on its last two possessions. Virginia Tech gets the ball to start the third quarter, but that man, Brad Lewis, has been the quarterback story thus far tonight. Mike Tirico, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Michelle Tafoya for Jerry Punch, as Doc is off covering racing this week. Jerry, we miss you. Have a great week in Alabama. I know you're sitting back enjoying this game tonight. Touchback as Hendrick lets it go through the end zone. A lot of people on this press box surprised at what is going on. What do you see in the second half here, boys?
Well, first of all, I think West Virginia's got to continue to run ball control, try to keep Michael Vick on the sideline, throw boot action passes, and kind of hang in there.
I think that's a great call. I think for Virginia Tech, they have the ball right now. They got to get their confidence back. I think they had the confidence early in the game, and then they lost it. They've kind of been a little bit mixed up and I think confused offensively. Very important for Vick to get his confidence back and the offense in general to get it back.
They looked great at the start of the game. Walked down the field, impressive touchdown. Since then, they've only averaged 15 yards per possession. A little play action with Vick on the run. And the lefty fires to the 37, where Emmett Johnson made the catch. Here's Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Mike, I spoke with Frank Beamer at halftime, and he really feels that outside of the mistakes his team made, what they've been doing overall has been fine. He added that West Virginia is doing some things offensively they didn't see on film, but he said all good teams are going to trail at some point during the season. He's hopeful that his team will respond like a great team and overcome the deficit, Mike.
And his first drive would be a great place to do just that.
That's a great point, Michelle. Really the first time this team has been behind without all their leaders they had from a year ago.
Vick left the mouthpiece in the face gear. The freshman, Grant Wiley, able to chase down Michael Vick.
That Grant Wiley was the best-looking freshman I've seen on tape all this year. I don't care where we've been.
Why'd you say that?
Because I watched him move. He's quick. He intercepted the ball twice last week. He's got great hands. He's 6'1", 230. They say he's going to be even better every single game. The guy's a great prospect. Mark that name down. Grant Wiley.
Not only great ability, but a great feel for the game. You could see the closing speed there, but he has a great feel, great vision as a linebacker.
Second and 10. Vick adjusting the play. He subs the tailback. He scored earlier, and the flag came right to the spot that is almost always offensive holding. Thrown by the umpire. Penalty 6 on Virginia Tech. Home Depot coaching adjustments.
One of the first things you tell a coach or tells a player like Andre Davis, once it starts bouncing, forget about it. Or if it bounces up, jump on it. Don't try to pick it up. Next thing, subs on this one, Kurt. How do you like this? I don't know.
Well, he got pushed into him. It's debatable whether or not it's 5 or 15.
I agree with you 100%. I think that should have been a 5-yard penalty.
By rule, it had to be a flag, even though he was blocked in. Right. But it should have been a 5, not a 15, running into instead of roughing the kicker.
Perfect.
Holding penalty makes it 2nd and 19. In the pocket. To the tight end, Bob Slokowski ahead of the field. Can he outrun the defense? Touchdown! Slokowski's first career touchdown, and by far his longest reception as a Hokie, 72 yards. Carter Worley to tie the game at 14.
This is why Virginia Tech gets so frustrated offensively. Slokowski is right here, simply going to go right up the middle of the field. There is not a safety in the middle. The linebacker's got to be able to stay with him. You can see the safety come over. Initially, I thought the ball was the number 88, Andre Davis, coming across the middle. But Michael knew exactly what he was doing. He threw the ball over the top and put it right there for Slokowski. Now, watch this. The reason this is a great throw is because the receiver's able to catch the ball on the run and continue to move forward. He breaks that one tackle, and then the rest is history, but a great throw there by Michael Vick.
And for all the NFL scouts that are out there, this is sitting in the pocket and throwing the ball straight.
Didn't you think it was, it looked like it was going across to Davis, and I thought, oh, man.
And I thought there was no chance Slokowski would make it to the house, but Michael Vick has seen 87 run before, and thanks the offensive line, Anthony Lambeau and company, for giving him time to sit in the pocket and complete his 4th career touchdown pass of over 70 yards.
Talk about a relief for this offense.
Slokowski, who had a grand total, he really was a pass-catching threat in this offense after that one pass he caught against Boston College this year. That was his only catch until tonight. Tie game at 14. Terry with an opening. Sean Terry takes it out to the 26-yard line. Brad Lewis and the Mountaineer offense scored on its last 2 possessions.
As a football coach and as a head coach of the game, I've always felt that the first 6 minutes of the game and the first 6 minutes of the second half is very important to set the tempo. It's very important, Kurt, now that West Virginia answer with something.
I was going to say, especially the first 6 minutes, especially after your opponent scores quickly like that to get the momentum swung in their favor.
And now here comes this crowd, too. They were bewildered seeing their team trail at home. Run with Avon Coburn. First down, 13 yards is Roniel Whitaker, the nephew of the boxing champion, Sweet Pea Whitaker, pushed him out of bounds.
I'm going to show you why this play was successful. It's an unbalanced line. There's more alignment on this side than there is on the other side, and you notice Virginia Tech slides the line that way and allows Coburn a chance to move to the outside. That was a perfect play of running to the short side away from an unbalanced line.
They've taken advantage right now of bouncing the ball to the outside, whether it's a planned bounce play or a cutback or a counter play. They've had, surprisingly, some success kicking the ball to the outside.
Throw now on 1st and 10. Lewis down. David Pugh with a sack. Man, those tackles are playing as well as anybody on the Virginia Tech front 7.
Pugh just really overpowers here. Watch him come through the middle. You have Matt Wilson and Terry Dixon in slide protection, and I'll tell you, David Pugh just simply used sure power to slide through that seam and to come up with the pressure there to spring down the quarterback, Brad Lewis.
Here come the home fans for 2nd and 17. the charge. 94 is Chad Beasley. 3rd and long coming up. Look at that helmet. Banged up, scarred up, nicked up. Defensive tackle.
This is a play that the running back would love to have back. He should have bounced this the way they've been bounced. Look at the lead blocker with ours. He had a guard out front, and the linemen that are out front, there was nobody else out there.
He had Terry Dixon, who let the tackle Q3 on the prior play for the sack. They need to get to the 49. You see where they have to go for the first down. Flag, delay of game. No play. So for the second time today, West Virginia will get another shot at a 3rd down.
Quiet to the snap.
I try a quick kick on this 3rd and long.
Don Nealon looking for win 200 in his career. 21st season as the West Virginia head coach. It was one of his assistants who said, other than Robert Byrd, the great U.S. Senator from the state of West Virginia, no other person has been as important in the late 20th century to the state than Don Nealon. He's given the state a personality, a galvanizing factor in this football team. He's been such a booster nationally for the state of West Virginia.
Boy, you don't want to have to audible at the line with this crowd.
Antonio Brown, that almost went the other way with an Eric Green interception. Kirk, it almost looked like Virginia Tech called off the blitz after Lewis changed the play at the line.
That's exactly right. They kind of baited him there. They showed him an alignment initially at the line of scrimmage, and then as soon as he made his check, they snapped out to something else. And he went to the quick game, which is surprising on 3rd and about 18.
Basilori to kick to Andre Davis. 10 Hokies waiting to come after him. To the way. Good kick to 56 yards. Davis picked it up. Nowhere to go. Davis has been a little shaky. Only gets a couple of yards on the return. Michael Vick coming off the long touchdown pass. Back on the field. Tie game.
Here we go.
First, make sure your mirrors are right. Okay. Don't forget this one over here. All right. Okay. Okay, make sure it's in first. Put on the brake. Okay. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Just take your foot. Okay, there you go. Hey, we're going over the lawn. Back to the driveway.
Help protect the ones you value most. Call the State Farm agent today.
This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I mean, these people were like family to me. Remember I met Jeannie at the company picnic?
It was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, taking the new job was a tough decision. Deciding what to do with my 401k money was another. I didn't want to mess it up. I called T. Rowe Price. You know, you told me about the mutual funds.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, they sent me a rollover kit, you know. Took me through it step by step.
Well, made it easy for you.
Yeah, piece of cake.
T. Rowe Price, helping people invest with confidence for over 60 years.
It's going to be a good job.
Yeah.
It all comes down to this. Ball the 14-yard line. No timeouts left.
Tostitos?
The exhilarating taste of new spicy quesadilla Tostitos chips.
Fight and march down the field. Smile up the touchdown.
It's fun for everyone. Dig in, kick back, Tostitos.
My turn.
The power and performance of rigid wet dry vacs. Built so heavy duty, they carry a lifetime warranty. Like our 16-gallon vac that converts to a 210-mile-per-hour blower in seconds. And the Home Depot's got it for just $99 every day. Rigid. Buy it at the Home Depot.
They've been playing football in Lane Stadium. Capacity's 55,000 now. They're going to put a double deck on the end zone in the south end and make it 70,000 in a couple of years. And you can call that the house that Frank and Mike built. Frank Beamer's success and Michael Vick taking this program to the next level. Took them to the end zone with the last drive. And his coach sends him back out. A 14-14 game. First down throw for Vick. Incomplete. Johnson hasn't been able to shake free tonight.
Michael's been able to recover here in the second half, and there he just missed the pass. He's 2 or 3, but in the first half he had his problems. Here early in the game trying to score a touchdown, he fumbles the football. Watch the hit he takes by McIntyre on an option. And again, missing open receivers. He's missed a couple of open receivers in this football game. He's been able to come back early so far in the second half and look pretty good.
His stats haven't been eye-popping for the season. Just his explosiveness and explosive plays. Lee Suggs. First down at the 35. Very nice hard run for the sophomore.
Lee Suggs is a great story. You know, last year we talked about how he missed a chance to be a part of a great team and a great run last year, and he worked hard in the offseason. Because he missed last year, he said it helped him kind of rededicate himself and go back to being committed to the game and love the game more. And he put on some weight, about 12 pounds. He runs a 4.27. So now not only does he have the great speed, but he's got great power, and he complements Michael Vick and these talented receivers very, very well.
Outstanding freshman linebacker Grant Wiley just ran off with an injury. Corey McIntyre comes in. Kirk was talking about. Suggs takes it to the 38. Just picked up a couple. And while you were talking about Suggs, we saw a shot of the West Virginia quarterback, Brad Lewis. They're working on his hand. You can see the trainer and Lewis squeezing his hand and working on it. If you weren't with us earlier, Lewis did not practice earlier this week because of an injury to that right hand. And he banged against Boston College in the season opener, re-aggravated a couple of times as the season went on. Didn't practice Tuesday. Barely practiced Wednesday. Vick trying to escape the world. They will say incomplete. Vick was out of the pocket. But you know what? I don't think the ball crossed the line of scrimmage.
Has to go out of bounds beyond the line of scrimmage.
Which was the 38-yard line. I think that should be a flag, guys. 38's the line. Ball has to cross the 38. He's out of the pocket so he can throw it away.
Ooh, close. Very close.
It will be 3rd and 7. Let's not forget the West Virginia defensive effort. They wouldn't let Michael do the spin-a-rama and get away from the line there. Bring the heat. Andre Davis first down at the 45. 17-yard pickup.
I want to show you why this play was a great play, because of the pass protection. Watch the backs step up right there. Boom. Suggs picks up one, and he picks up the linebacker, Kirk. That's why the play was open.
Yeah, it was open there, but McIntyre still got the Vick. But look at the reception here by Davis. Ball's thrown behind him, and keep in mind, Michael Vick's throwing those radio balls where you can hear him and you can't see him, and behind him, he makes a big catch.
First down, toss with Suggs. 8 yards before 4 Mountaineers bring him down. We talked about Andre Davis, the junior from Niskayuna, New York. He is our Circuit City Scholar Athlete of the Week. 3.1 GPA in residential property management. Maybe after his NFL days, he'll be owning some homes, apartments, condos, renting them to you.
Real estate.
So say a nice thing about him. Maybe he'll give you a deal on a house at some point.
In Blacksburg.
Andre Davis, who last year hit the home run ball, 27 yards a catch. 11 this year. Fullback carry, Jaron Ferguson for the first down. Off his pins by a fellow 27, Rick Sherrard. But a couple of yards too late. Nice drive here from Virginia Tech. trying to retake the lead.
Mixing things up very well here offensively, mixing the run with the pass, trying to slow down West Virginia's aggressive defense.
Ricky Fussell, the offensive coordinator coach, seems like they have a rhythm now, Kirk. He's gone inside, outside, quarterback, fullback, tailback. Nice rhythm by Ricky Fussell.
Reverse with the Speedy Davis. Might go. Touchdown. And who is down there helping lead the way to the end zone? Mr. Do-It-All, number 7. Carter Worley for the PAT. He missed it. He missed it. 6-point game. Key missed extra point. First time Worley's done that this season. But the lead is taken by getting it in the hands of the speed man. Andre Davis atones for his mistake on the punt earlier. A 30-yard touchdown. And the Hokies lead again.
Introducing the Acura MDX, taking the SUV to a place it's never been before.
Mark, why is Grandma eating off the ironing board?
Why not?
This is a kitchen table, not a desk.
It's both now, and Dad's got a schedule for that.
Dinner's at 11.
Ish.
Mark, you go work in your room.
There's no desk up there, and I can't stay awake. I just get in bed, it's like, out.
Would you like a room with a nice big workspace?
Great.
What's this look like? A Holiday Inn?
Hey, Grandma.
Want a room with room to work? Holiday Inn gives you more, and more is better. Walking around on your feet, you're on those 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life you're standing on your feet here at work. You need to be comfortable.
With Wolverine DuraShocks, comfort is a guarantee. Right now, Michelin, our best-selling Goodyear. Top brands like Pirelli are 10 to 25% off during the fall automotive sale now at Sears. A good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Bama looks for a much-needed win against the 1-2 punch of Ole Miss's Deuce McAllister and Romero Miller.
Ole Miss versus Alabama at 7, Saturday on ESPN.
ESPN's presentation of Thursday night primetime college football is brought to you by Tostitos. Dig in, kick back, stay all season.
As the new athletic workout facility for the students on campus right behind the stadium. Myself, our producer Tim Corrigan, and Michelle got over there for a good workout this morning. Kirk, good to see you sleeping in. Andre Davis, the 30-yard touchdown run.
That's because I got my 5-miler in last night, man. Where were you?
Tech back up by 6. Terry's going to take it out for the Mountaineers. Try to make something happen. Gets it out to the 22-yard line. The other 88 just scored.
Back to the touchdown play. We talked about the speed and aggression. This is one way to slow them down. Look at all the linebackers in the pursuit of the defense, chasing down Lee Suggs. And by the time he hands it off, there's only a safety that realizes what has happened, and by then you have offensive linemen downfield and, of course, Michael Vick downfield to make the blocks. Look at, watch my man Michael Vick. Let's see if he... All right, that's it. All right, got in the way. Got in the way of Bryant.
Rub on Richard Bryant, the DB. Lewis, they were checking his hand now between series. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. Nope, trying to throw. Ivy, Corey Ivy at the 41. And he gained 5 more yards after the catch, picking up 25 yards.
This is an absolute picture-perfect, what they call post corner. The receiver, Ivy, would drive down 8, fake the post, and then roll out and run the corner route. And he beats number 1, Eric Green, with a perfect free-thrown pass. The post corner was always one of my favorites, Bert, because it drives the guy deep and then whirls him around.
You know what, a good job there by the quarterback, because he threw the football. Brad Lewis threw the football before Ivy even made his last cut. The ball was in the air.
Virginia Tech's defense giving the lead back. See what they do with it. Fullback Wes Hours carrying people to the Virginia Tech 46. That's 8 yards. Wes Hours is having a very good night every time he touches the ball.
One of the things about Wes Hours that I've been kidding about it being heavy, but the guy has got quickness. He does run a legitimate 4.8. And that was a dive option. When they drove, the quarterback came down. Watch this, Kirk. This is your play.
You know, it reminds me that in middle school, the big guy, everybody wants to get out of the way and nobody wants to go.
It's Fat Albert. Bill Cosby's Fat Albert.
2nd and 2. Coburn looking for room. Tried to bounce it outside this time, but the combination of Ben Taylor and Lamar Cobb spill him. Here's Michelle Tafoya on the sideline.
Hey, you guys, Brad Lewis, traumatized right hand, took yet another hit the last time he was on the field. It bled a little bit, as you saw, but it's only a bruise. I'm told he's just fine. But talk about adding insult to injury. These Hokie fans are giving Lewis all the heckling a quarterback should be expected to take, saying, hey, you had your chance, it's over. Remember, the proximity of the fans to the quarterback on the bench is amazingly close.
The defining characteristic for the road team in this building. Hours on 3rd and 1, first down, Mountaineers.
When we talked to Bill Legg, the offensive coordinator, remember, I asked him if it was short yardage, will you run a quarterback sneak? He says, I got a fullback that weighs 290 pounds. I got a left guard that weighs 315 pounds. You figure it out, Lee Corso. And I said, good call. And here it is.
Even without the lead blocker, right?
Without the lead blocker.
Does this go against the golden rule?
No.
We have 290 in the backfield.
No,
you go against
let me tell you something. The guys are so big, they are a lead blocker.
Okay. Right.
Those two guys together. Wait a minute. Those two guys are 612 pounds.
It goes against the rules. That's a, the lead blocker rule.
They're so big, they don't need a lead blocker.
1st and 10, West Virginia. Nice drive here. Lewis is looking deep. For Antonio Brown, incomplete. Corey Bird, the Rover, was right there with him. Bird's a senior out of New Jersey.
Corey Bird is a great player, and the thing that you have to appreciate is he is a rover trying to play man coverage against Brown, who runs a legitimate 4-1-8. And when you run a 4-1-8 and you're a rover, you're not supposed to be able to stay with a wide receiver. That was pretty impressive. I'd like to see that 4-1-8.
I swear by it.
I've seen one guy run a 4-1-8.
Who's that?
Joseph Scott Galloway.
Seattle Seahawks from Ohio State wide receiver, then the Cowboys, injured his knee this year. Joey Galloway, Avon Coburn. We carry for 3. It'll be 3rd and a long 6.
I've had some guys run a 4-1-8, but not 40 yards. 38 yards. I mean, a 40-yard dash at 4-1-8 is literally flying.
Oh. We haven't seen any screen passes to Antonio Brown yet tonight. One of the good pieces of this offense. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver, 3rd and 7. A run on 3rd and 7 with Coburn, short side, and it's 4th down.
Again, trying to bounce it to the outside. Interesting call there. You got to wonder if they're thinking 4-down territory here. Just try to pick up as many yards as you can to put them in a position where they're 4th and short.
Have to be. You wouldn't run short side against Virginia Tech's defense on 3rd and 7. Think you're going to make it, right?
But they've had a lot of success bouncing that play out there with a lead blocker.
All right, let me give you the other side of the picture.
Okay.
If they could just punt that ball down inside the 10, I know they're not going to, maybe they'll make a mistake. Because if Virginia Tech gets this ball and stops them, they're going to go touchdown. Mark it down on your calendar.
Well, they've done it their first 2 drives.
Yeah, that's what I said.
4th and 3, Lewis will throw. He's pressured, in trouble. Incomplete. And the Hokie defense stands tall. Ben Taylor, the inside linebacker, also from Ohio, same rival high school. He went up against Brad Lewis High School meets them here in Blacksburg. Helps Virginia Tech get the ball back from Michael Vick.
If you've dreamed of a site-built home but haven't been able to afford it, take a look at what Tall Oaks and Fleetwood have to offer. Quality constructed manufactured homes with many extras. We challenge you to find the difference between our Fleetwood homes and a site-built home. Come see for yourself how easy it is to become a homeowner. With land purchase available, competitive pricing, and low monthly payments, Tall Oaks and Fleetwood are an unbeatable team. We can even custom build to your specifications. Only at Tall Oaks, your exclusive Fleetwood dealer just off I-75 at exit 312 in Calhoun.
B&S beats Atlanta, and B&S has it all. Pool and billiards tables, electronic dartboards and supplies, even jukebox rental for all of your parties. And now B&S carries Dynasty Spa. Find everything you need, including supplies, for less than what you'd pay in Atlanta. Cue sticks, soft-tip darts, tips and flights, plus more. B&S includes delivery and setup. B&S Music, no need to drive to Atlanta. 251 5th Avenue in Rome. And when it comes to price, B&S sells for less.
All of us have mentors, somebody we look up to, and a tattoo is a way of paying tribute to that person.
I gotta be honest, when I was little, my mom and dad, they didn't want me to get a tattoo of Kurt Gowdy. They didn't want me to get any tattoo. You know, I was only 7.
This is mine, Chris Berman.
The man was so passionate, enthusiastic. That's why Harry's my idol. There's nobody better than Harry Carey.
It's our little way of saying thanks.
For me, there was one choice. I'm Dick Schaap for the Sports Reporters.
Back in Blacksburg, number 2 Virginia Tech trailed at halftime. First time they've trailed all season. Now leading by 6. They've scored on their first 2 possessions here in the third quarter. And after West Virginia went for it on 4th down, it's good field position for Michael Vick and the Hokies. Michael's loading up and looking long. Andre Davis in stride. Touchdown! They've been waiting all year, and they finally hook up on the big ball. Away from making that play all year. He said, hang with it. You'll hit it.
Hang in there. Last year, that was the play that Virginia Tech fans fell in love with. Finally, they hit it.
Worley, who missed the last extra point, adds this one, and the lead is 13 on the 3rd touchdown in as many drives. 72, 30, and 64.
He gets one-on-one matchup to the outside. Even though Bryant's West Virginia's best corner, this is one of those things where he is throwing it as far and as high as he can downfield. Andre Davis, he took a face mask, both hands, everything he needed to catch that football. And look at the relief on Michael Vick. He knows about the pressure on the outside. He knows how people are questioning him and about all the hype. Is he receiving too much? You can see that how much this means to him to be able to throw the ball downfield.
We talked about it in a pregame show, where West Virginia's philosophy was going to try to keep them all inside and eliminate the big plays. Well, the big plays have now just destroyed them. They played very well until they allowed the long touchdown pass and the long. That's why they're getting beat now. They should have let them make them drive the football.
Well, when you play that kind of coverage, where you drop 8 men in the box, you get the safeties up, you know that you're going to be vulnerable outside on the outside against man coverage. And this half, Michael Vick's been able to take advantage of it. You talk about a difference in halves for a quarterback.
And the team, most of it's been Michael, those long touchdowns. Continuing Michael Vick's trend of big plays for touchdowns. Mikael Braxton for West Virginia. He took it out to the 28-yard line. Just like that, 20 points in 11 minutes.
Now, Michael didn't make a whole lot of plays in the first half. In fact, made a few mistakes, missed some receivers, 4 of 10. In the second half, he's 4 of 8, but 170 yards and 2 big touchdown passes. You have to believe now, West Virginia's defense, the style of defense that they play, this game is still very early. You know, Michael's probably got a few more tricks up his sleeve.
That ball traveled a good bit in the air.
Yeah. I don't think you have to question the arm strength.
No. You can get it there, can't you?
He can get it there.
And now Brad Lewis, the Mountaineers, as Kirk said, can't get away from what they've done to get here. Little option, big stick. Willie Pyle, the sophomore free safety.
One of the things West Virginia's got to do is be careful not to try to answer too quick and do something stupid, and then they're never going to win this game. They're only 13 down, which that extra point could be the difference. If they could take the ball, drive it down nice and easy, keep Michael Vick on the sideline, get a touchdown, and go into the fourth quarter, put a little pressure on them, they're not out of this game yet.
No. Part of the problem is that defensive unit. Michelle was telling us from the sideline during the break how beat up they are. We'll check on that when they go back out on the field. For Rigo carries to the 38-yard line.
They're not out of this game yet, but they need something to change the momentum because as last year, Corey Moore, what do you call it? Terror Dome? Welcome to the Terror Dome. When the momentum in this stadium swings towards Virginia Tech in the second half, it takes a big play. It takes a break, an interception, or a touchdown of some sort to quiet the crowd because right now the Hokies are feeding off of this atmosphere.
For the third down. Felt more like 3rd and 2.
Eric Green's 5'11", 177 from the Speed State of Florida. They're all over the place, all over the country, these defensive backs. Lewiston, Florida, he had good reaction to the ball. Kirk, I like his break. That was very important to break on a ball.
Remember Anthony Midget, same high school as Anthony Midget, and also Philip Summers. So they've gone down and had a lot of success down in that high school in Florida.
Basilari set to kick. Virginia Tech sets up a return, trying to go for the knockout punch with Davis returning. Incredible! For the extra point. Oh, the fireworks. Let your guy kick. 34-14. I know the West Virginia guys have gotten it. Did you get the number of that truck? Was it Wayne Ward? 32?
Yeah, that was Wayne Ward, number 32.
Hello.
Is there something about this place in the second half of football games? Every time we've come to this stadium, in the second half, Virginia Tech seems to go crazy. Now this, put your seatbelt on at home because this one's going to get a little bit scary. Davis moves over to the right now. Keep an eye on number 45 because he's going to get knocked into next week by Wayne Ward. Hey, he got leveled. Keiden's the linebacker, but I don't think he's ever been hit that hard in his entire life. And then Davis just uses what an alley. He picks up the speed and he goes the distance. Let's just go back. If you want to play football, you see what.
Had a very good special teams year already for Virginia Tech. 2 blocks this season against Temple and East Carolina, blocked punts, and now maybe the biggest block in a punt situation this year, the block on Kyle Caden.
Ouch. At least it's good to see that Caden's able to get up from that hit.
Absolutely. You know, because his head sprung back to whiplash effect.
Fixing that helmet, make sure you get a few more screws on that thing.
They may have come loose. Oh. That's one of the blocks of the year. That's one of the blocks of the year. My goodness. 34-14. Sean Terry turns it out to the 22. All right, you guys go everywhere, and I mean everywhere. You have the best job in college football. You go all over the place, atmosphere-wise. This place gets jacked up. What is it?
It gets crazy in here, and I think that, like I said, you can see teams feed off their home crowd, and we've been out to Autzen Stadium out in Oregon, and you'd have to put this stadium up there because of the way I think it affects their team and their defense, and it always seems that it comes time after time, and it happens quickly. Remember last year how quickly their crowd would affect the defense and the special teams?
Michelle made a good point before, how if you're the quarterback, you have people breathing right down your neck over there on the bench. One with Coburn, and Avon Coburn gets a first down in a dozen yards. Well, we mentioned our pal Dr. Jerry Punch is in Talladega for the Winston 500. Talladega Super Speedway. Doc will call the action all weekend. All the happy hour and all that stuff leads up to the race Sunday at 1 Eastern on ESPN.
Who's your guy, Kirk?
I'm gonna go with the Intimidator?
That's
What is
it.
Intimidator?
Yes.
I'm Dale Earnhardt.
I'm going with Mark. Mark.
Mark.
You know why? Sponsored by Gatorade.
Is that why, Lee?
You can't drink enough Gatorade.
That's good. Bobby Labonte is the point leader. Lewis looking long. Incomplete. Nearly a wonderful grab by Phil Braxton, who fell awkwardly when he caught the ball and may have just lost the win.
Number 2, Ron Hill Baker, and 35, Willie Pyle on the coverage for the Hokies.
Doc always told me that the Intimidator.
Terminator? Hey, no, it's Intimidator. You're right.
Intimidator. Number 3.
Yeah.
Going with 3. You got the 3 in the back of the car, Mike?
No, I don't.
You don't have that?
But Dale's a great guy.
He
and
is.
his son's Little League. Dale Jr. is a great driver.
For Dale. I like
Getting back to some football.
Yeah, serious football.
Serious football. Remember when it went 4th down and I said, don't do that?
Yeah.
It's going to go. Just thought I'd mention it.
2nd and 10. Knocked down by Nick Sorensen.
I think it might have gone regardless.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me tell you why.
Unless they pin him inside the 5.
That's right. They gave them the ball with excellent field position, and you don't do that with a football team like Virginia Tech's offense. I think, and I said before, I'm not second-guess Don Nehlen, I'm first-guessing. I said I don't like going for 4th down there. I think you back them up. The score was 20-14 at that time. It's been ding.
The thing that was surprising was it was 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. You're down by 6 points.
Yeah, that's why I first-guessed it.
They've had a tough time picking up 3rd downs. Many of them have been 3rd and more than 5. Blitz Sorensen. And it's caught across midfield by Antonio Brown.
Nice catch.
Ooh.
Had to come back to that football while he was in the air. I mean, this is a heck of an adjustment to a football that's thrown behind him. Quarterback gets hit as he throws it. Now look at that. Look at that adjustment in the air. Nice grab.
The reason why he made that catch is he never took his eyes off the football. He went right there, looked it right into his hands, and brought it right into his body.
You love to see those receivers catch the ball with their hands instead of
arms extended.
Instead of with the pads.
From midfield. Lewis throw towards Corey Ivy. It's 20 yards for the big playmaker for West Virginia.
This is deja vu all over again. Number 8, Ivy runs the post corner perfect. One right, boom, and he gets number 1 to turn his back, Eric Green. The reason why that play is so effective is they've been running them on some post routes. They fake the post route and come back, and the quarterback, as you said, very well said before, he throws the ball to the boy.
He has that timing pattern down. The other thing is that young corner, Eric Green, is giving Ivy about 8 to 10 yards on most snaps. This time he's going to come up tight.
Lewis in triple sack. Nathaniel Adibi, redshirt freshman, who physically fits the profile of their great defensive line quarterback sackmen like Bruce Smith. And, of course, Corey Moore last year. Adibi has a ways to go to develop, but he's got the body and the physical ability to follow.
Bud Foster feels that between Nathaniel Adibi and Jim Davis, you have Lamar Cobb as a sophomore, Coles Colas, They have a nucleus there of about 4 guys that are going to be around for another 3 years. And all of these guys are going to be very effective. They get stronger and quicker, better understanding of what Bud Foster wants. That's what this defense needs is speed on the edge.
After a loss of 11, the quarter ends with this play. And it ends the way the quarter went. Maroon. The defense is stepping up and being more aggressive after the offense. Put up 27 points in the third quarter. 4 touchdowns, all big plays, most of them done by the man. Number 7, we've been telling you all along that he's something special. And we're telling you again.
Monday Night Countdown, every week at 7:30 on ESPN.
This is when a lot of people start to worry. Are they ahead or behind in the race for college, retirement?
Mike Jarvis, AXA Advisors.
Will they have enough to do the things they want? I tell my clients a good plan can get them through, and it's never too late to get started.
AXA Advisors is one-on-one financial help.
Okay, so you're a little behind. You can catch up. I can show you how.
AXA Advisors, building futures.
Long Easy 316 Delta Bravo, flight at 25 North Carolina.
They get hired by companies like AT&T, GE, and Ford. They get training in over 200 real-world jobs. And they get it in the Army. That's right, the Army.
My turn.
The power and performance of rigid wet dry vacs. Built so heavy duty, they carry a lifetime warranty. Like our 16-gallon vac that converts to a 210-mile-per-hour blower in seconds. And the Home Depot's got it for just $99 every day. Rigid. Buy it at the Home Depot.
Looking for a little more excitement this season? Enjoy the most football with DirecTV and NFL Sunday Ticket at Circuit City. You'll get up to 13 games every Sunday, and right now you can save up to $400. Get your DirecTV system at Circuit City, subscribe to Total Choice Platinum Programming and NFL Sunday Ticket, and get free 3 months of Total Choice Platinum. Plus, save $100 on standard professional installation and up to $40 on powered antennas. Now at Circuit City.
They're young. And some just think that way. The people and companies that were born digital. Or reborn. As comfortable with data as the last generation was with the telephone. As long as they have the right set of tools. And the right company behind them. WorldCom, Generation D.
Virginia Tech band doing the Hokey Pokey third quarter tradition here in Blacksburg. Don Nehlen would like to turn the game around in the final 15 minutes. West Virginia, a 27-point Hokie onslaught. They start the fourth with third and a quarter of the field. Lewis downfield. Oh, what an interception by Roniel Whitaker. 22-yard line. Pass was intended for Phil Braxton, but Whitaker, second pick of the game and fourth of the season.
I'll tell you one thing, that's better than a punt. They've either had to punt block or run back. That might be their strategy.
What they're going to go for, right?
Throw a long interception.
It's a heck of a catch here by Whitaker. They'd love for him to become the guy out there, the guy that they can count on as being the leader of the secondary and a guy that they can throw on, a talented wide receiver on an opposing team.
The last half of last season, they got Whitaker more playing time, played about 30, 35 snaps a game. stepping into the starting role just fine. 2 picks tonight, 4 on the season. And Michael Vick and company worked for a couple. Michelle Tafoya at the end of the 3rd quarter spoke with Frank Beamer.
Well, Coach, the 3rd quarter looked like a completely different ball game. What enabled such an offensive explosion?
Well, there's been some good things. I think it's play on our by our whole team, defense, special teams. But we got a big 4th quarter to go here, and you know this thing's way from over.
Coach, thanks.
Thank you.
That interception certainly helping the situation. Virginia Tech scored 28 in the 2nd quarter of the opener against Akron. Other than that, it's been their biggest 15-minute offensive explosion of the season. A little miscommunication in the backfield. The first down anyway. Either Suggs or Vick went the wrong way, but it's all right. Get 3 more plays to try to sort it out. And first down with Andre Davis.
Little mix-up in the backfield. You could tell before the ball was snapped. Michael turned back to turn to the backs and said something, and clearly they were on the, it looked like on the wrong page. It might have been Michael going the wrong way since both backs went to the left. But still, that's what he brings to an offense. Even though there's a mistake, he's able to get to the outside and throw the football downfield for a first down.
For a couple of yards. William Perry, the sophomore, unrelated to the fridge, and this William Perry actually dropped about 20 pounds from last season to this. Now weighs in at 290. Saw Michael adjust the play at the line. So often we say that they're changing the play, but so often now in college football, teams come to the line with a check-with-me situation.
Especially Virginia Tech in this game, because West Virginia moves around so much. They're doing a freeze call to try to get them to show their hand.
Hackett was coming on the safety blitz. They went the other way, and Emmett Johnson's 9-yard catch set up 3rd and about 1. So 7 yards, beg your pardon.
Hey, that's a tough catch. He's on the left hash, and he's throwing into the boundary. This ball is coming at about 85 miles an hour. I mean, it is zipped. And watch him go up, Emmett Johnson go up and make the play. That is a great catch. We've seen a few catches tonight by the Virginia Tech receivers.
3rd and 1. Suggs is thrown back. David Upchurch on the nose. Sophomore from Hyattsville, Maryland. In on the stop. Virginia Tech will punt the ball away. So Peasley will come on to kick. Improving on that 33-yard average. Confidence is what they want out of this guy. Mountaineers bringing 9 after him. Ran into him. Flag down.
Well, that would be 15. It doesn't matter, but they hit him pretty good.
15 in my book. And it is 15 yards and an automatic first down.
And that one looked a little different than the one we saw earlier go against Virginia Tech.
Sure did. It was called roughing, not running into the kicker.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, gets the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
West Virginia trying to make something happen on special teams.
Trying to make something happen. They bring everybody in there, and you could tell that they brought too much pressure, and
Phil Braxton was
back up
flailing at the ball.
Yeah.
There's a difference where the Virginia Tech players who are so good at blocking kicks, they're coming in really with a chance at the right angle, and this was just kind of flail at the guy. Number 39. Willie Suggs. Got it out to the 34. Suggs with another drive or two might get to 100 yards again here in this game.
Talked about Michael Vick and the pressure, trying to live up to all the expectations and the hype. When I talked to him yesterday after practice, I said, has anything changed as far as not so much your approach, but on the field, the players? They all want a piece of you. He said, Kirk, you have no idea. He said, I knew it was going to be bad. but I never knew it would be this bad. He said in the bottom of the pile, people were coming underneath his face mask, scratching his face, punching him when they get a chance. And I think anybody who's been a superstar at this level, at the next level in the NFL, always expects that. But it's one thing to try to adjust to get used to it.
For the fullback, Jared Ferguson. He took it to the 24-yard line for the first down. 12 yards. For the junior, has been battling a sprained ankle.
This entire second half has been a different feel from Virginia Tech on offense. The rhythm, the tempo, mixing it up, getting to the outside, running up the middle, play action. Michael looks more comfortable in the pocket. I think this is the type of offense that they expect from themselves every single time they take the field.
And it's the type of game they needed. Even though they were averaging 450 yards and 46 points, there was concern around here about the offense.
Right.
Remember where you once were, folks. Lee Suggs. They're just running it for 5 and 6 a pop now. So time for you to order ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view. You can get up to 10 college football games each Saturday. Follow your favorite teams and conferences no matter where you live. Call your local cable company or your satellite provider. Folks, DirecTV, 1-800-DirecTV. Ready for your call.
I'll tell you, Bama Dave hooks up College Game Day for us. We go on the road. We got 5 TVs set up. We watch every game thanks to ESPN Game Plan.
Little touch for Bama Dave here tonight on Thursday night. Sean Hackett with the tackle of Michael Vick there. That package is great, especially when you get those 4 ABC regional games. You can bounce back from everything. This week it's the Michigan game. You can bounce back and forth Kansas State, Oklahoma, whatever game's not on in your area.
It's for the knowledgeable fan, the fan that likes to go and be able to compare teams from all across the country instead of being isolated in your region.
To the serious football fan.
That's right.
3rd and 3. For the quarterback in college football. Ferguson. Touchdown.
Okay.
That's a good sign. I like that.
What happens here in this situation where West Virginia takes a strong safety blitz and they get caught with Jared Ferguson, who's 5'9", 217. He started 25 games in a row at fullback for Virginia Tech. He's a very solid football player. You'll see this gentleman right here. Clear it. Here he comes. Kirk, well, you hitting all the wrong buttons.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you're killing me. That wasn't me. I don't want everybody at home to know that.
No, that's not me.
You hit the 0. You hit the...
I hit the draw.
Wait, it's my turn. All right.
Right there.
Jared Ferguson, touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Very good, Lee. Good analysis.
See that? Oh, you're good. Yeah. You're the best. You guys hungry back there?
Is this tuna?
Got it. I wouldn't open that.
Oh, hey.
He opened it. Guys, just get some beer.
Pickle.
I got the ice house. All right. I'll be right back. Don't touch that.
Okay.
Fellas?
Frosty cold mom.
Dinner party, Ice House style. Because sometimes all you need is a smooth, never watered down taste of Ice House. Enjoy. Open the door. Watch out. You are about to become the Antichrist. Winona Ryder. Lost Souls. Rated R. Starts Friday.
The Great White has an olfactory system that can detect a single drop of blood in the water from up to a mile away. Their jaws can crush titanium at an astonishing 4 tons per square centimetre. All in all, they're nature's perfect killing machine.
How many years have you been studying the Great White?
Well, none. I don't even swim. But I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
Jared Ferguson, who's so good at working his body to be a fullback, he has a 36-inch waist, but has to buy pants that are a 40-inch waist because his thighs are so big. That's a fullback.
I have that same problem.
Do you?
Yes, I do. How
Too
about
many
you, Kurt?
squats?
Too many squats. Have been
Scooter's been lifted. Scooter's been lifted heavy.
41-14. West Virginia's Phil Braxton. Kickoff return to the 30. And he'll be marked down at the 31. Well, it is the moment we wait for in the booth every week. The hidden video winner. It was the Husky hit, so even though Jamal Lundy's play from 2 weeks ago made hidden video, this hit by the Connecticut DB wins the hidden video play of the week. We bring you that. Thank you for voting.
Can we have our guy,
our
today's
boss,
hit?
Wayne Ward.
See,
I bet you our hit's better than that
but
one.
our games don't qualify for hidden video. People see that. This is the unseen. If you're just joining us, what Lee was talking about on the punt return for a touchdown in this half, Wayne Ward, backup tailback on linebacker Kyle Caden. Virginia Tech scoring that punt return in all 4 possessions of the second half. With the game out of reach and Brad Lewis's hand injury a factor, Scott McBrien, the redshirt freshman, who about noontime today thought he might have been starting in this game, is now in there. No place to go for Cooper Rigo, the running back. Because of the Lewis injury, it was a heavy dose of practice this week for Scott McBrien, the freshman. At DeMatha High School, that great basketball factory, he led them to an undefeated season in football. 13-0, didn't throw an interception, and was nationally ranked 13th. He's only thrown 6 passes this year, but completed 4 of them. They like him. They have good future quarterbacks down the line. McBrien is one of them. He's seen mostly mop-up duty thus far this year, although he did have to come in the second quarter of the Temple game to lead a drive. There he meets with Nathaniel Adibi. It'll be punt time for the Mountaineers. Now, Brad Lewis's numbers don't tell you how impressive his performance was tonight, considering he didn't practice at all week.
Did great effort tonight.
Second quarter, he had 6 for 6 and took his team in with a 14-7 lead at halftime. Great effort by that young man.
Since then, 34 unanswered points for Virginia Tech. 4 drives, 4 scores, 1 punt return. A punt by Mark Fazzolari. Roniel Whitaker with an opportunity to return.
Careful, Caden. Where is he? Look at him.
It was not Caden. It's still Whitaker going. Knocked out the 40-yard line.
Head on a swivel there, Mike.
Kevin Freeman was the linebacker who was being lined up. 16 yards on the punt return. They invest so much time, effort, passion in special teams. Virginia Tech and Michael Vick doing it again.
Hey, North Georgia, this one's for you. You've made Bill Hurd Chevy at Town Center #1. Now, Bill Hurd's #1 customer closeout opens even more doors. Special shipments of Tahoes, Suburbans, full-size trucks, all the 2000 Chevys and Olds. Up to $2,500 cash back, financing as low as 3.9. Find what you want with the payment you need from the people you know. The #1 customer closeout in North Georgia. Bill Hurd Chevy Olds at Town Center on Barrett Parkway between 75 and US 41. World class and real close.
A future doctor, a future teacher, even a future president. but definitely the future of Georgia. That's why State Senate candidate Charles Shiflett is fighting for our children. He'll stop the Atlanta Knows Best bureaucracy and return local control to our schools, ensure kids can read in 3rd grade, and remove violent kids from the classroom. Charles Shiflett for State Senate. Better ideas for a better Georgia. Also vote Stan Wise Public Service Commission.
Bama looks for a much-needed win against the 1-2 punch of Ole Miss's Deuce McAllister and Romaro Miller.
Ole Miss versus Alabama at 7, Saturday on ESPN.
ESPN's presentation of Thursday night primetime college football is brought to you by BMW, the ultimate driving machine, and by Holiday Inn Express, the smart choice for travelers who want to stay smart.
The plateau between the Blue Ridge and the Allegheny Mountains, southwestern Virginia, the southwest of Roanoke. We are in Blacksburg, the home of the Hokies and the home of the #2 team in the nation. And the #1 spotlight player in the sport, Michael Vick. His team leading 41-14. Andre Kendrick there for a couple of yards. Michael Vick, the player, you know. Michael Vick, the person. If there's one defining quality, it's very simple. He was raised by his mom.
We have a great relationship. You know, I feel very lucky to have the mom that I have. You know, she's the greatest woman in the world. You know, and like I tell everybody, you know, it's not like she's my mom, but it's like she's my sister too. You know, because we can talk in a different way. You know, and I can talk to her about anything. You know, we joke about everything, and she's always joking on me. And man, it's just fun to be around her. You know.
There is Michael's mom in the stands. Anyone who's been around that mother-son relationship knows how special it can be, but with Michael, it's an even deeper story than that. Here's Michelle Tafoya.
Yeah, Mike, with Brenda Body, Michael Vick's mom, and we just heard him talk about how you guys have to talk every single day. What is so important to you about those phone calls with your son?
I just like to talk to him every day and just see what he's doing. I call him all the time. I know I be, you know, sometimes worrying him, but I just have to talk to him and see what's going on.
And in your conversations with him, how do you think he's been handling the pressure this season? It's been a lot different this second year as opposed to last year.
He's been handling it real good, real well, and he just do what he has to do to help his team win. And even if he has to flip or jab or whatever, that's the part I don't like, but he handled it real well.
Well, you're handling it well, too. Brenda Body, thank you very much. Mike, back up to you.
Thank you, Michelle. Brenda's son, Michael, just came out of the game to receive that warm reception from the fans here. A good move by Frank Beamer. Take his quarterback out, let him get a nice hand, let him stay healthy.
Perfect timing there. That's right. Is Coach in on that? That was perfect.
Just getting it done, that's all. The quarterback of the game is Dave Meyer. Great move, Andre Kendrick. Bounces it outside. Running hard. And out of bounds at the 3. Kendrick smelled that third touchdown, instead got 32 yards.
Kendrick, kind of the forgotten man. Michael Vick in the second half has been spectacular. He's made a number of big plays here. This really got him going in the second half. Slukowski's able to pick up a big touchdown, and this ball had to travel at least 65 yards in the air, puts it on the money there, and there he's showing he's a team player. Downfield on the reverse, even though he didn't get a knockout block, he still gets in the way of Richard Bryant, to lead his talented receiver, Andre Davis, into the end zone. Look at the numbers in the second half, and look at the average per reception for his receivers there. Big plays here in the second half.
Kendrick on the carry. See that bottom line in, that means SportsCenter is right around the corner. And we'll bring it to you as soon as we're done here in Blacksburg. Talk about Michael's mom, who drives a school bus in the other part of the state, Norfolk, over by the ocean. a special relationship. In part, Michael's dad was, at the time, not married to Brenda when Michael was growing up and around, and that's why Michael retained Mom's maiden name, Vic, as we told you at the pregame show, the start of the game, just to honor his mom, to show the respect for her sacrifices and the importance that she had in his nurturing as a young man. Hendrick with the carry. Lost a yard there.
Speaking of Michael Vick, I want all the football fans out there to get a pencil and paper right now and mark down November the 4th. Florida State Clemson, Miami, Virginia Tech. It is possible that the winners of those two games could play for the national championship. Because with Nebraska, Kansas State, and Oklahoma playing each other, Ohio State have to play the helmets at Michigan. The champion could come from that day right there.
That's it.
And it could be.
Could be. Third and goal. Third string fullback. Wayne Briggs with the carry.
Carries the ball for the Hokies. That's Wayne Briggs down to the
1-yard line. Virginia Tech will move to 6-0. They have 2 home games left. Pittsburgh and Virginia. 3 road games left. In reverse order at Central Florida, at Miami, the November 4th game, and their next game will be at Syracuse on October 21st, a week from Saturday.
Which is a stadium they always seem to battle in and always struggle in. Whenever they go up to the Carrier Dome, no matter how good they are, it's always a fight for Virginia Tech. So even though on paper you look at every game they have to play, with the exception of going to Miami, they're going to have more talent than everybody they play. Absolutely. Still, nothing's a given. And the Big East is much better this year.
The Temple team we talked about earlier.
That's right.
On the rise.
The Temple Owls.
Step out for a minute.
Right now, Michelin, our best-selling Goodyear. Top brands like Pirelli are 10 to 25% off during the fall automotive sale now at Sears Auto Center. Save on passenger, performance, light truck, and SUV tires during the fall automotive sale now at Sears. So hurry in. Sears, the good life at a great price, guaranteed.
Two of the NFL's top receivers will be on display when Randy Moss and the Vikings tangle with Marcus Robinson and the Bears. It's the Vikings versus the Bears at 8:30 on ESPN Sunday Night Football. It's football after dark.
This is Rich Eisen. Later on SportsCenter, a complete recap of Game 2 of the NLCS, a report from Seattle for Game 3 of the ALCS, and Jeff Garcia is finally hitting his stride by the Bay. Join me and Dan Patrick, SportsCenter, after the game.
Rich Eisen and Dan Patrick, NLCS complete reaction, ALCS preview, Game 3 Seattle, and the highlights of this game. Many of you interested on what would happen this 4th and goal. Virginia Tech will go for it instead of kicking the field goal, and Andre Hendrick takes it over the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Some serious expense in these fireworks.
The smoke's coming in here.
It's pregame, though. It's 7 touchdowns.
Yeah. They got to take that into consideration in the budget next year.
Well, how do you plan? You know, do you order enough for? Well, you're Virginia Tech. You score 46 a game. You
got to have at least the opening. You got to take into consideration at least 5 touchdowns. Maybe throwing a field goal. Got to count for at least 48 points. Every home game. It's ugly.
I'm coming for you!
The Suzuki King Quad is the only all-terrain vehicle that has a 3-speed sub-transmission and locking front differential that allows you to transfer power equally to all 4 wheels to get you where you need to go.
I'm coming!
I almost lost you there.
racing quad from Suzuki.
Here at Cooper Tires Test Track, they're developing some pretty impressive tires.
Record time, Mr. Palmer.
Cooper Tires, drive on.
Have you noticed? There's a colorful new breed out there. It's a fast breed, a smarter breed of inkjet printer. But don't worry, they're easy to spot. And at $149, just as easy to catch. Xerox, just a smarter breed of inkjet printer, now available everywhere.
Our Miller Lite storyline tonight from Blacksburg, a Virginia Tech clinic in the second half. 6 touchdowns. They went in trailing 14-7. Michael Vick, as solid and complete a performance as he has had all season. Those total yards, as Kirk pointed out during the commercial, he's very keen on the stats, do not include the punt return by Andre Davis. And Brad Lewis was very gritty, playing with a hand injury that did not allow him to practice all week. As Cassell Smith, his first touch of the year, Smith had been suspended for 6 weeks by Don Nehlen. He's back in the sack.
Just to let you know how far Virginia Tech football has come and Frank Beamer football has come, they have beamerball.com, and in 10 days they got almost 500,000 hits. Now you can either go to the free page where you have an answer and question for coach. You have feature articles. You can pay about $3 a month and have a pay page that has daily practice report, daily injury report.
Did you see what was there?
What picture of us, right?
That was us in our
sitting
meeting.
down in a meeting. But everything you want, it's beamerball.com. If you're a Virginia Tech fan, check it out.
I'm going to have my agent call him for a piece of the action, which is using us.
Scott McBrien throws. Complete. Throw to A.J. Nastasi. You may remember A.J.'s brother. He played for Penn State, Joe Paterno. Joe played Penn State for 3 years. Joe Nastasi played for Joe Pa. Frank Beamer, who's on that list with Don Nehlen. Coach Paterno, Lavelle Edwards, longest tenure at one school.
Chris Fowler said before the game that Virginia Tech needed an impressive performance to be able to maintain their spot in the polls, and I think Virginia Tech, coming out in the second half, has made a heck of a statement to the nation about how good this team really is this year.
Against a good West Virginia team.
Sure.
There's Don Nehlen. He's 21 years in West Virginia, but the best honor I think he's had is Don Nehlen was the president of the American Football Coaches Association in 1997, and being a former head football coach, that's the greatest honor you can have when your peer groups name you the president of the American Football Coaches Association.
What's your job when you're a current coach and you're the president? What do you...
Hang on a second. McBrien to throw here. Incomplete.
Yeah, he represents the American Football Coaches Association when it comes to lobbying, maybe in Congress. In fact, there's a picture of Don. There's a picture of Don with Paul Tagliabue representing the college football coaches with the National Football League. It's a representative position, and if you don't do a lot of stuff.
It's just a show of respect.
But right? It's a show of respect that he came up the hard way. And you know what the sickening part about it is? He's had 4 losing seasons in 21 years. And last year we were talking. Remember, they were giving him a little touch about leaving.
That's right.
That's sick.
Well, very similar to the George Welch situation in this state of Virginia. Coaches who are in their 60s, who have been wonderfully successful, and now in this day of parity, a 6-win season, and people get a little bit uptight. They need to forget. You look at the building in Morgantown, the building in Charlottesville, without George Welch and Don Nehlen, they don't see those second decks on those stadiums.
That's right. Well, look at these guys. This guy is having a losing season. He's gone. Woo! He's winning. He just lost the game. Forget about him.
Right.
Don Nealon now they're trying to force out. George Welsh is going to be forced out. And old Fisher to Barry. It's a good thing he's at the Air Force again.
Wait a second. I'm not going to let you do that. I will not let you do that to Bobby Bowden.
Little humor.
But your humor does bring up a good point. And we kind of forget, the second somebody is a little bit older and doesn't have success, the game's passed them by right away.
Exactly.
And people forget how long these people have been there and what they've done, because they've raised the expectations to bring the heat on themselves. McBride with a big arm trying to air it out. Incomplete for Cassell Smith. You think of Frank Beamer, and we talked, he had a 2-win season not that long ago, and in this day and age, there's no chance that you can win 4 games a year your first 6 years and be around for the next 8.
And you know why it is? It's number one thing. When a coach loses, the attendance go down. I tell you what you do. You take every coach in America now that's on the hot seat. If the attendance is down 10,000 per game, the guy's gone.
You've been saying that.
It's a money game.
You've been saying that for the 8 years that I've been covering college football at ESPN. First 2 years, I thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
And you have been exactly right on that.
Mike Tirico, you've finally seen the light. You got to listen to the guy.
No, you know why it is? It's because the women's athletics now has put the pressure on all of the football teams to raise more money. And if you don't raise money with attendance, they're going to get a new coach to see if they can get some more interest in it. It's a simple business decision.
The Title IX and the scholarship issue that you mentioned there. This is as great a time as they've had here at Virginia Tech, and it's spilled over to the university as well. 4,800, or 4,600, I should say, the spots for new incoming freshmen. We're not talking sports, we're talking in the university. They had 18,000 applications for those 4,600 spots. Fumble the football, and it's picked up. Might be a touchdown for the Mountaineers. Ben Fegan, touchdown.
If they get this extra point,
and then
score another one, and then another 2-point play,
onside.
A lot of people are going to jump right out of the stadium.
Sure, a somewhat Pyrrhic touchdown for Ben Meehan and the Mountaineers.
Hey, now. They're a couple 3 onside kicks away from this thing.
No, they're outside kick, a touchdown, and a 2-point away from a big thing.
John Oliger on for the extra point, which is blocked. Vintage Virginia Tech, remember this can be returned for a defensive extra point. And Nathaniel Adibi is stopped there, so we'll keep it at 48-20 with 2:20 to go. Here in the fourth quarter, we'll see if the Mountaineers try to onside kick and get the ball back. Well, it's a good lineup Saturday, not just the game you're going to in the Big 12. Good one in the Big 10 that you'll see on ESPN at noon. Northwestern, Purdue, and as I said, 4 hours and 1,000 passes await.
I can't wait to see how Purdue's defense defends Northwestern, because they're used to seeing that scheme where you spread everybody all over the place and then you run the ball. Because that's what Northwestern wants to do. They want to spread you around and run the ball. I think Purdue's defense will be more prepared for their attack than anybody Northwestern's faced all year.
I want to see Kansas State live in person and see how they compare to Virginia Tech. We've seen Nebraska live, we've seen Miami live, we've seen Florida State live, we've seen Florida live, we've seen all the good teams in the nation except the Buckeyes. I want to see how they look, Kansas State, against these guys. Then I'll tell you who I think is the second best team in the nation.
So we'll look for that on the College Football Tonight scoreboard show. A quick little mention that you guys get at the end of the show to wrap it up. It's 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Oklahoma taking on Kansas State. What a great atmosphere Manhattan is. The Little Apple. We're rocking Bill Snyder's team. Bill Snyder and Frank Beamer are very similar.
Yeah, they actually are. But, you know, we sat down with Bill Snyder last year when we were out in San Diego, had a nice conversation with him, and, you know, he's got his hand on everything that they're doing, offense and defense and special teams. He is truly the epitome of what a head coach is, and especially what it used to be, Lee, when you were a head coach.
And what it's become with both programs, they've become the poster child for everybody else. We can be the next Virginia Tech. We can be the next Kansas State if we do this, this, and this.
I'm going to make a statement and listen to this, because I've been around a long time in college football. The greatest turnaround in the history of college football was Bill Snyder taking Kansas State where they were to where they are now. The greatest in the history of college football is Bill Snyder taking Kansas State from the worst team in the nation to where they are now. I make that statement based on my life in college football.
And we researched it, went back and looked at the entire 1900s last year when we had them for their bowl game. And you can't find a program that was that downtrodden, worst in the nation, and went to a perennial top 10. The return, finally subs. They get out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
And they have been consistent in staying up there. But the only thing that you're going to find naysayers say is how many championships have they won? That would be an argument that people would bring up who are going to be saying that Kansas State is unable to win a championship, being in whether it was the Big 8 or now the Big 12. But I think the record speaks for itself. They're always one of the best teams in the country. I think the job that Barry Alvarez at Wisconsin, people forget Wisconsin before Barry Alvarez got there, they were a team in the Big 10 that people would just go through. And look what he's done in the 90s. You know, he's been able to win 3 Rose Bowls.
Dave Meyer and Virginia Tech from the 30. Running Keith Burnell, tailback who fumbled before, gets only a yard. So Virginia Tech will remain undefeated. And here is the Super 7 right now. Nebraska will play that Texas Tech passing attack. Virginia Tech 9 days away from their trip to the Carrier Dome. We talked about 3 and 8. Clemson will take on Maryland. You'll see that on ESPN2. Michelle will be there along with Dave Barnett and Mike Gold, Coach Bill Curry. The Ohio State-Minnesota game. What about the Buckeyes? They have a tough road ahead, but still maybe the best in the Big Ten when all is said and done.
The Ohio State defense is as good as you're going to find in the country because of their corner play. Nate Clements, not a whole lot of people talk about. He might be the best cover corner in all of college football. And the other thing is it's an angry football. They're angry because of what happened to them last year, and people continue to doubt them, so they become confident and angry. Those are their 2 words, and when you combine that with talent, they're dangerous.
Isn't it amazing? Ohio State is not getting respect. Ohio State, Kansas State, and Virginia Tech get respect in this day and age of college football, and Ohio State did not.
It's been a long night for WVU.
Trombone player who was injured during the halftime festivities.
Lee's a believer now in Ohio State.
Yes, I am. When they beat Arizona on a Saturday night in Tucson, I became a believer.
Not quite.
I thought Wisconsin would beat them.
That's right.
With long runs by Michael Bennett.
Now you like that defense. That defense seems to be for real.
Pretty good.
Keith Burnell runs for the first down, and that should put this one away. West Virginia is in the toughest stretch of its season. In 9 days, they will host Notre Dame in Morgantown, then play Syracuse in Morgantown. Still have a visit from East Carolina later on in the year. Road games at Rutgers and Pittsburgh to close the season in the conference. We are off next Thursday night. The NFL will be in our place. Very good game as well. The Lions in Tampa Bay. You'll see the Bucs, who need one, against the Lions, who've gotten off to a good start. And we will reconvene in 2 weeks, gentlemen, as Doug Eastlick, the fullback, gets a carry. For Wyoming BYU, we will see you in Provo in a couple of weeks. Enjoy your week off. And thanks to Michelle Tafoya. We enjoyed having Michelle with us this week.
Thank you, Michelle. Great
job. Nice job, Michelle.
Safe travels to Clemson. We'll be watching Saturday night on ESPN2.
Timmy,
And this one is over. Virginia Tech had a scare. Trailed for the first time this year. For the first time this year, they didn't score in a quarter. But the man made it happen. Michael Vick, and then the special teams on top. And when it's all said and done, final score, Virginia Tech 48, West Virginia 20. For Michelle Tafoya, Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, your home for college football.
Michigan State's T.J. Duckett runs with reckless abandon. He literally bowls over defenders. Bodies fly when he's on the field. Duckett might not be the world's strongest man, but he can carry the load. Wisconsin, Michigan State, speed against strength. Next.
Welcome to the Big Ten Game of the Week on ESPN Plus, presented by Advance Auto Parts. It is a beautiful fall afternoon, kind of breezy, but sunny in East Lansing as the Wisconsin Badgers come to town to take on the Michigan State Spartans. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee with Randy Wright. We'll be joined by Jim Barber on the sidelines coming up a little bit later on. These two teams have a lot in common. A month ago, they were undefeated and nationally ranked. A month ago, they were riding high, but since Big Ten play has started, they haven't won it. They have another thing in common. Each has a great running back.
It's no wonder, Wayne, why these teams want to run the ball. And with these two backs, they can beat you inside and outside. Michael Bennett, he's a sprinter, but he's one of the strongest 200-pound backs around. And T.J. Duckett, 255 pounds, runs a 4.4. He can outrun you as well as run over you.
Well, all of that being said, maybe the team that throws the football the best wins here today.
That's a great key. I think both these offenses have to open things up a little bit. Neither one of these quarterbacks comes in with much confidence. I think it's important they have some success early to carry them through the rest of the game.
A festive homecoming atmosphere, another sellout crowd filing into Spartan Stadium. Before we kick here in East Lansing, we check in with Mike Gleason of the Phillips 66 studio.
Thanks, Wayne, and hi, everybody. Welcome to the Phillips 66 studio. Talk about two teams that should be hungry for a victory, should make it all the more interesting this afternoon. We'll head back out to Spartan Stadium in just a few minutes. Ohio State's back home today, hosting Minnesota, and while they're currently tied with Northwestern for the conference lead, actually a half game back, they're the only team in the Big Ten still unbeaten overall. This young defense is playing with a lot of heart. Last week, they sacked Brooks Bollinger 9 times. They've climbed into the top 5 in the latest poll, but apparently there won't be any swelled heads in the Buckeye camp, especially after last year when they watched the polls from home.
Well, we always have the mark against all the Big Ten teams, but now the mark becomes a little bit bigger just because we're undefeated and we need this game.
For the Gophers, Tellis Redmond has back-to-back games with over 200 all-purpose yards, but keep an eye on Ron Johnson. He's caught at least 1 ball in every game he's played in. That's 29 straight, and he's currently tied with Tutu Atwell at the top of the school charts for touchdown grabs with 17. After 3 straight wins, Northwestern tries to make it 4 against Purdue. The Cats continue to turn heads all across the country. Their numbers compared to last year are astonishing. They've gone from dead last in the Big Ten in scoring to averaging over 37 points a game. Even though they face the likes of Drew Brees today, with their confidence, it doesn't really matter who they line up against.
I know I'm a great player, and I'm just going to do what I have to do, but, you know, they're going to make plays, and I'm going to make plays, and hopefully we make a little bit more.
When Purdue's Travis Dorsch nailed the game winner against Michigan, Joe Tiller finally had a victory over one of the so-called Big Three. But so little time to enjoy the fruits of their labor, especially now that Northwestern has suddenly become a legitimate contender.
If you're going to win a title in the Big Ten, you got to beat everybody on your schedule anyway. So it doesn't matter who's there, you've got to show up and play, and you have to play well that day, or you know you're going to come out of there with egg on your face.
Still to come on our Phillips 66 studios, Lloyd Carr had a hard time swallowing Michigan's loss in West Lafayette. And in Iowa City, the skid is over. Maybe the Hawkeyes have a new foundation to build on. And today, you'll see arguably the top cornerback in all of college football. Jamar Fletcher is averaging 7 interceptions a season. So far this year, Fletcher has 4.
Hey there, time for a holiday. So switch off your computers and take a national holiday with National Car Rental. Spend some time with National Heroes. Or visit a national treasure. Or join the National Football League. But wherever you go, let National Car Rental get you there fast. With special low rates on